This episode of the Esoteric Order of Roleplayers is brought to you by the generosity of our backers on Patreon. Thirsty for complex narratives, in-depth characters, and lots of laughs? Support our ability to bring you consistent excellence and get some cool benefits in the process. Help us get to our next goal, and you can game with members of the Order and become part of the story. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/esotericrp to find out how you can become a backer too. The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers present East of Eden, a Vampire the Masquerade duet chronicle featuring David Larkins and Desiree Valdez. Hi.
What? I'm just trying to get these things on my new character sheet, and suddenly this music starts playing.
Well, you asked for some music in the background, so.
It's really loud.
Is it?
I'm not even. Yeah.
There you go. Test 1, test 2, check, check, check.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Alright. So you are transcribing your character sheet.
I am into a new one.
Why do you sound much closer to the mic than I do?
Because I'm awesome.
Okay. Is that better?
No, you sound really far away still.
I do. What is going on? Hello.
Oh my God. No, that's very weird sounding.
No? Okay.
It doesn't sound as clear. You sound like your, whatever your feed or whatever, it doesn't sound like it's turned up. It just feels like it has no treble in it.
Okay. Fill for time.
So the other day I was walking down the street and I noticed that there was a strange sign in one of the windows of a store that was on the street near where I work. And the sign said, "No Davids allowed." And it confused me because I saw you, David, coming out of that very same store.
That is actually a pretty creepy story.
That's my attempt to fill for time.
Well, why didn't you talk instead about how you realized you goofed up with your experience point spends?
Oh, you want me to talk about gaming things? Okay.
Well, I mean, spooky stories are good too.
Well, I goofed yet again. And I am not working in my best interest, and
You're not an actor.
I'm here for the story. I'm not here for the hit points or whatever points of things. Generally pointless sort of a woman. But
Generally a liberty gibbet.
a bit of a gadfly. And a bit of a giggle puss.
Well, go on.
Oh, well, again, as usual. I mean, it's fitting because it's just like every single other episode of the last Chronicle, which was called Neon Masquerade. And this one's called East of Eden.
Oh, thank you.
Well, sir, I forgot to bump up my dex and wits. So for those of you who were yelling at the actual play while it was playing, if you remember all of my mistakes,
Line up your decks!
pretty much I did not. So, but we're getting closer because I realized I didn't, and I think that's half the battle.
That's true. It didn't take me saying something and then you accusing me of having never told you about it.
Oh, okay. I never did that. So anyway, I did not bump up my dex and wits, which would actually really come in handy, especially I'm thinking for this particular episode. Could be my last. And
yeah, would that be rather anticlimactic?
It would be.
Yeah, thanks for playing that 1.5 session chronicle.
Great job.
That's great.
Right. So.
No, you could just start playing Mirko. Very nice.
Oh man, if y'all have seen Mirko's character portrait on the Obsidian Portal wiki that we have for this game, you would understand why Mirko would be a perfectly suitable substitute for.
That's right.
Yes. What is this music?
This is, and I don't know why I still sound so echoey, so we're just gonna have to deal with it.
Weirder items.
This is Weirder Things.
Yeah.
2.
2. Utah.
That's right.
Well, so as we were talking about earlier, yeah, this is fine, but yeah, we were just talking about the fact that this this chronicle is off to a hopefully rousing start. And I hope things will get more difficult for Aaron.
You hope they'll get more difficult.
I do.
All right.
Because that's where the fun comes. With the problem solving and the hey-ho and the ha-ha and the hee-hee. And why are you laughing at me?
Go on.
And 2, 3. I'm sorry, my willpower is so freaking low. I only have 5 willpower points right now.
That is highly irresponsible.
Oh, well, excuse me? What? What do you mean? How much would it cost for me to buy one? It's going to cost me like 40 experience points.
No. Willpower only costs you your current rating. So it would have only cost
6?
you 5 points.
Oh, 5 points to buy one up?
Uh-huh.
Oops. And then it'll cost 6 to buy... Oh. I guess I'm just used to from 13 Candles, your character Charlotte having such a high willpower.
Yes, which was really the
yes.
Well, that was very much intentional on my part. And in fact, I think that was something that was mentioned in the Salubri section.
Yes, that was a Salubri Chronicle.
Yes, was talking about that they usually have a lot of willpower, and yeah, it turned out to be my salvation because. Yeah, I use that a lot. So
one thing I didn't do in the last session was heal my bruised condition from my staking from Arena. Well, the Ravnos, known as Arena. I guess it's her name. She attempted to stake me in the last episode of the last Chronicle. Yeah, and so I was bruised. And that was 2 days ago. So
okay, so hold on. There's something kind of. If I'm remembering correctly, with bruise level,
oh my god,
it heals automatically.
I want to say yes, it does,
but it's definitely not as bad as lethal or aggravated.
Right.
So while I'm checking that, why don't you give me?
I'll tell you another story.
Yeah. What other signs did you see when you're walking around? No. Why don't you?
It's not.
Why don't you tell me about how you're feeling from where we left off?
Well, it's been a couple days for that to sink in
since we last played. Yes.
And I was thinking about Aaron and how he's a stupid dum-dum for trusting Calvin or thinking Calvin had his best interest at heart. Ultimately, people who are aligned with the Camarilla are just thinking of the Camarilla. Now, you mentioned that Calvin may have had a look of regret on his face when that monstrosity walked into the room. It's like he was, and then I'm wondering how many of the Camarilla are doing some bloodbound shit to the people that they hire. I feel like blood bonds are being used in a lot of different ways that are in their best interest. I mean, in the binder's best interest. That's the person who would, initiate it and be like, okay, you have to drink my blood.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling almost in some ways, even though Calvin did not rise above and his clan loyalty doesn't seem to be very strong, which again, for Gangrel, big shock. However, I think for Gangrels, it's like it would be more important to align with your clan over the Camarilla. But he says that the Camarilla has done a lot for him. So for him, it was probably a coin flip. And however, what does Mirko know about this? So Mirko's bike was outside at the same time that this other car pulled up. So that means Mirko is either out and about hunting or is sleeping somewhere that we're not sure about, or Aaron isn't sure. So I'm feeling very in terms of the game, I feel like we kind of slipped back into Aaron, his mentality, his ridiculousness, and and what I mean, it's an umbrella term for just charm and naivete. So I'm feeling betrayed in general. I'm excited to get into the Chronicle as me, Desiree out of character. Yeah, this is cool. This is great. We're back into it.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes, how far we go.
Right.
And at the same time, Aaron, I think, is feeling utterly betrayed. But at the same time, it's like one of those things, it's me. It's me with the Dex and Wits. It's like, oh, shit. I should have put my points into Dex and Wits, not into, extra brawl or extra this or that. Right. So I think it's that, hitting your head, shit, damn it. So because I think that there's an element of experience that Aaron has had so far where he may not feel totally vulnerable anymore, but in fact feels okay, shit, I'm in a tight situation, but I can get out of it. I think he has that sense of feeling invincible and powerful, even though he's still pretty young. So my question to you on that, I mean, he's a relatively new vampire. It's 6 or 7 months at this point. Okay, in terms of advantages, you can't count your advantages into any of your dice rolls, can you? Aside from the disciplines? Your backgrounds.
It's conditional. So sometimes, for example, fame might add a die per dot.
So I'm feeling like I should be using generation to bump up some of my dice pools because I'm stronger than I realize based on the generation. I'm an 8th generation vampire, which is pretty
well,
pretty low.
What generation does for you? So generation is an example of one where normally it doesn't add to dice pools. Right. However, what it does is it not only gives you a higher maximum blood pool, but also allows you to spend more blood points per turn. So as an 8th generation vampire, you can spend 3 blood points per turn. Oh. Yeah. So you can boil that blood and give yourself, a normal 12th generation vamp can only spend 1 per turn. So if they wanted to add +3 to their strength or dex, for example, it would take them 3 turns to work up to that. Whereas you can just go, whoop.
Yeah. All right.
Or you can spend 3 to heal on a turn. If you took 4 boxes of damage, you could be
why are you?
That's okay, counter strike, and then you could boil up 3 points and heal 3 damage.
You had that example pretty close to your in your mind.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's right. So.
Okay, so that was my question.
All right.
I have the answer. I'm happy with that. Again, we talked about my weaknesses too. We're kind of digressing, I guess, from your question. Do you have any other questions?
No, please.
Well, my weaknesses, again, we talked about my feral eyes and other animal qualities that may come up if I'm frenzying, but the one that I have, feral eyes, I think it's going to come up when I'm stressed. We said that in a stressful situation or very low blood pool point, count, that my feral eyes would come up. So, are you ready to start?
I'm ready.
Okay.
So you have a box of lethal damage, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I got a little confused there in that moment. I was equating bruised with bashing.
Oh no, it's bruised, but it's a bruised category, but in lethal.
Lethal. So just for future reference, with bashing damage, you always take half damage. So if someone socks you and does 2 points of damage, you would only take 1.
Okay.
And also firearms count as bashing damage.
Okay.
So, but as far as lethal goes, it's very straightforward. You just spend 1 blood point and you heal that. You heal that wound. So I'll allow you to do that retroactively if you would like.
Okay. Going to. And I also want to pop my claws. So we're starting.
Yeah.
Okay. So as Aaron hears that strange voice saying his name, and he stands up from the table, or I stand up from the table, and I get my claws out.
Okay.
They just come out, and my eyes turn.
Yeah.
Like that, because it's like, oh shit. So I'm gonna use a blood pool point.
All right.
For that.
So you are.
I'm glad I fed a fair amount less.
Yes.
The night before. Okay.
Yes, it definitely justifies all that time we spent on hunting. So.
Which is fun. I expect it to be not as easy as that.
Well, also I think with vampire,
it was gross too.
Well, yeah, and I think with vampire, it's important to occasionally take a break from all the machinations and string pullings and whatnot, and do an occasional extended hunt sequence just to sort of remind one.
I love it.
Like, this is what you do.
This is why you exist.
This
basically. Again, like I said last up, it's like the blood is what drives me. That's it. I'm not alive because I'm a living being. I'm this thing that's consuming blood in order to keep going.
Exactly.
So.
And it can be all too easy to sort of slip into that place of like treating feeding as like how you would treat a mortal character eating or going to the bathroom. It's like just something that you're just like, that happens. Like it's just background activity, but it's really not.
No, it's not. And I think it's different every time.
Because it's like, imagine if we had to go out and hunt for our food every day. There'd be a different story every day from your hunting expeditions.
Yeah.
Plus, it's like a big chunk of your day. Like,
it takes up a large part of your time.
Kill something now.
Right. It's like, well, I'm going to go try to hunt for rabbits, but maybe I found like some pheasants instead, so I decided to do that.
Or I found this carrion that seems fresh enough.
That I could roast up. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of different options. Or like, we went for a big hunt. So a lot of us took down this buck, and so we were able to feed a lot of people with it, as opposed to and store it, as opposed to just like maybe go get some rabbits or go get some chipmunks or something. I'm kidding.
Chipmunks. Go get some chipmunks.
So apologies to anyone who actually hunts, and we're probably describing this completely ridiculously, but I don't know. I think
even then, very few people hunt on a daily basis for
they would. Right? No, that's really inefficient use of resources. So.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So Aaron I hear this voice.
Good evening, Mr. Evans.
And my claws come out.
Okay.
And my eyes turn.
Okay.
And I'm like pumped. Like I'm in a defensive, like, what is this?
Okay.
And I'm looking at Calvin, and I probably look sadly betrayed.
Oh.
Oh. And so does he look at me, or he's just looking at this thing coming in?
He is looking at the thing coming in. And he kind of is in a somewhat subservient, his body language is like kind of hunched a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn it, Calvin.
So let me just make a roll here. What is your wits plus alertness?
Oh, god damn it. 7.
Okay. Oh,
god.
I'm just seeing those. Okay. All right. So, all right. So you look at Calvin. You see that he's looking in the direction of this creature that just came in the door. When you look back, that being is no longer there.
I'm looking around the room.
Yeah. And
Are there shadows in the room? Because I'm remembering Petrodon hiding in the shadows.
Yeah. I mean, there's really just the light in the dinette, and then the
dark.
living room or the parlor area was dark-ish.
So I'm looking around.
Dark-ish. And then there's some light coming in from the porch light. But you hear the voice, and it's coming from somewhere in the parlor.
All right, so I'm just looking around.
And it says, "Oh, no, there's no need for violence, Mr. Evans."
I'm just quiet.
Uh-huh. "I'm not going to hurt you. As long as you work with me, we can have a healthy and beneficial relationship."
All right, so to gain trust, I put my claws back.
Ooh. I'm going to say that since you spent the blood point for the remainder of the scene, they can come back out without need to spend more blood.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I put them back just to be in a good, try to just hedge my bets. My eyes, I have no control over my eyes. So they're just going to be.
Yeah. All right. So then the voice says, "Very good, very good. We wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you or your friend, Calvin."
Who else is here besides you?
"Just two of my associates. They've remained outside in case anything untoward may happen."
So I look at Calvin. Is he still kind of bowed and like... So I'm looking around in the room like for the voice. Like, where is it coming from?
It's like every time he speaks, it seems to come from
Echoes.
a slightly different place, Kind
of Phantom of the Opera bullshit.
"Over here, my friends." Or am I over here?
So I step into the room.
Into the parlor. Okay.
Just to...
You can make a perception plus alertness roll, difficulty 8. If you want to try and sort of triangulate where the voice is coming from.
Right. Okay. And concentration is like being able to focus when other things are happening around me. So I'm trying to make a case if I could add or reduce the difficulty by...
Is this a merit that you have? Okay.
A merit I have is concentration.
Okay.
And it's to basically not get distracted easily when there's crazy shit happening around you. So I feel like him being ambushed is kind of like, what the fuck? Like, that would make me panic or make a character panic. So because I have concentration, I can just maybe hone in a little bit more and kind of be like, okay, like be calm down and like really kind of be able to assess the situation better.
Definitely. And also it says that you're unaffected by penalties stemming from distracting circumstances. So I'm not going to penalize you any at all, too.
Okay. But I don't get a reduction in the difficulty. I don't get to add it at all. Difficulty 8? That's a 2, baby.
Okay, so...
Pretty damn good.
Yep. So you step into the parlor and you look around.
It's not that good. Anyway, yes.
You step in the parlor, you look around, and you can see, like, kind of over near a dusty old RCA cabinet radio.
Yeah.
A slight bit of motion, and it's almost exactly like the Predator from the movie of the same name.
What?
Where it's...
Sorry.
Where it's like all the light waves are bending around this shape, So, like, as it moves... It's just like this very slight humanoid ripple.
Yeah, a shadow.
That's like distorting.
A moving shadow. Rippling shadow.
Yes.
Dark, though.
Well, like more like invisible.
Invisible.
Yeah, like you can see right through him. It's like, again, it's like the light waves are bending around him. So.
Okay, so again, what was the whole point of those Predator movies? Like...
Don't you talk shit about
I'm
Predator.
not talking shit. I'm just saying... What was the point? Is just to find like this crazy ass thing that is even more like dangerous than man himself. Like,
yeah, I mean it's like what happens when some of the best most fearsome humans in the world, specimens of humanity, run up against something that
inexplicable.
Well, run up against something that to that thing, they're like, just dumb animals that it's there to hunt. How do they survive,
Why did the predator come into being? Was it like a voodoo spell or something?
No, it's an alien. Have you ever seen the movie?
So it's like Alien.
Have you seen Predator?
I've
yes
seen
or
parts
no?
of it. I've seen parts of it.
Answer the question, Senator.
You can't handle the truth. No,
Well, we need to sit down and watch the whole movie because, first of all, it's an absolute stone cold 80s Hollywood classic, including about approximately 37 instantly quotable lines. Secondly,
Carl Weathers.
Thirdly, Jesse the Body Ventura.
Fourth,
almost bizarre obsession with homoeroticism and misogynistic pussy jokes.
I'm there.
Yeah. And then anyway, it's just a good movie. So, yeah, the Predator is an alien.
So they decided, hey, Alien was made. What if that happened on Earth?
No, it's the Predator comes to Earth on purpose because the Predator is like a hunter. It's a big game hunter, and it goes to different planets and it hunts the most intelligent, canniest, species that it can find on the planet because it enjoys the challenge.
How long does it decide to do this? Until it kills all of them?
Yeah, it's basically on a hunting trip. So it's just collecting trophies until it's done. I mean, how long does any hunter
It depends.
hunt? Right.
I would say until the resources run out.
Right, exactly. So it's just, it's there, it's hunting things. It happens across this team of U.S. commandos on a, covert op in Nicaragua or wherever it's set.
Right.
And, and then, hilarity ensues.
But what about Alien versus Predator? Like
that I don't give a shit about.
That's what intrigues me. Because it's like, it seems like the worst idea in the world.
Yeah.
It's like, does the Predator decide, like, I'm going to start hunting the xenomorphs? Like,
that
makes sense.
I don't care for crossover metafiction, just in general.
I'm not saying I do, but I'm just saying that that seems like it'd be really funny.
It started when my dad rented Abbott and Costello Meet Dracula or whatever that movie's called for Halloween one year. Yeah. And I was just like, this is dumb. This is specious at best, you know?
Well, I just think it would make sense that the Predator would go after the xenomorph thing. Whatever it is.
Yeah, that is the basis of that setup.
Like, well, if it's hunting humans on Earth, it's going to start hunting.
Right.
So should we be cheering for the Predator in that case? Because we think the xenomorph's the worst possible thing?
I guess, yeah.
Like, what would you cheer for? The xenomorph or the Predator?
I don't know.
Predator has some killer dreads. That's what I'm saying. Right? Doesn't it?
Yeah, it has dreadlock-like things,
ropey, fleshy things, like the Nightbreed. Nightbreed thing.
No, I think those are part of its costume. Again, my interest in Predator only goes so far, so I don't. I don't have
it's part of its costume,
the technical schematics in front of me, but
so it has like a helmet with dreads on it.
It has this whole outfit, like armor
that it dons.
And a helmet.
So if you take oh my god, this is taking. Okay, I'm nervous. Obviously. Why would I digress in this way if I wasn't nervous?
Well, the question is, how big is the Predator's penis?
No! Okay,
what's its size?
That's a digression. No.
What is the percentage of mass?
Okay, so I don't have time to make that equation at this point in time.
All right.
And it doesn't matter. Okay, so...
I mean, I could bring the Predator into the world of darkness.
No. Okay, no. There's only so far I'm willing to go with this. Right. And I'm sorry for that digression. God damn.
It's staying in.
Okay. Yeah, you should tell them, skip ahead if you don't want to listen to...
Oh my god, no. Anyway, this is gold. This is why people tune in.
No, they don't.
All right.
And they're not.
So you can see this Predator-like shape in the parlor. It's very weird. It's very uncanny.
It's disorienting.
It's very disorienting. Exactly.
So it says, we can... we can work together.
Yes, exactly.
And so I just am looking around and...
Okay.
And I say, if you don't want me to put my claws out, then you need to show yourself so I know exactly who I'm talking to.
All right, so it takes one step forward, and as it does, it's like the cloak kind of
falls
sloughs
away.
off.
No.
So it steps out into the half light of the parlor.
Oh no!
And then gives this sort of courteous bow at the waist.
This strange, gangly, angular body.
Yes.
And this strange face that's just pulled down to this little weird mouth. What do the eyes look like?
The eyes are just very squinty.
Do they look human in any way?
Oh yeah, they do actually.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
And strange.
The ears are somewhat pointed, like a rat's ears.
Yeah.
And of course, very sort of patchy hair.
I mean, Petrodon looked like... I mean, you didn't really describe what Petrodon looked like.
Petrodon was more your classic Nosferatu with just this twisted face of like, a lumber pile of fangs in his mouth. And
pointy ears, bald.
Pointy ears and bald.
Wisps, maybe a wisp of hair.
Wisp of hair.
And
like a flattened nose,
Yeah, and big eyes.
And big eyes, yeah.
So this is different.
This is different.
Oh, is it taller than me?
How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
No, you've got a couple inches on him.
Okay. So it shows itself and does this strange little courteous bow.
Yes.
Old-fashioned.
Yes, an old-fashioned bow, like one hand sweeping out to the side.
Yeah.
And it says, I have forgotten my manners, Mr. Evans. My name is Cock Robin.
Okay. So
okay.
So my eyebrows raise.
Yes.
I'm like, oh. Yes.
And I am a Justicar of the Camarilla.
I shake my head. Side to side, like no. Like, not again.
You're a hard man to pin down, Mr. Evans.
As I've mentioned before, that's not on purpose. I'm trying to be charming.
Why don't you roll your charisma plus etiquette?
Yes. Oh, etiquette. Etiquette, eh? Etiquette.
Etiquette B.
Charm. Friendly face.
Yeah.
One more dice?
I think so. Let's see here. That would be physical merit, correct? Or social merit, perhaps?
Social.
Friendly face. It's actually -1 difficulty. So, let me think about the difficulty.
Okay.
And then I'll subtract 1 from it. Okay, so... Yeah, let's see. What are you just trying to communicate a general sense of harmlessness?
Charm, harmlessness. Like, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just so...
We can talk. We can talk about it.
We can talk about this.
Okay, so difficulty 7 then.
You're being hard on me. Wow. 1.
Wow. Okay.
Barely.
All right.
What would work on other people is not going to work on. And people, I mean humans.
Or even other
or their kindred. But kindred's barely put up with my bullshit, so. Okay.
True. So you're saying what exactly?
Oh, I thought I said something.
Right. What was it exactly?
It was like, oh my God. What did I just say?
It's an hour later than when I last looked at the clock.
Oh no. What was it?
Well, how about this? You rolled 1 success. So with 1 success, how is that communicated?
Oh my God. Okay. So we were talking about like
Don't get hung up on our failing short-term memories.
Oh shit. So he says to me like, "Oh, we can David, seriously, what did I say? This is not good.
No, I'm just saying start fresh. You rolled 1 success. How would 1 success come across? Like, what would you say?
But I had something in mind that I was like, that I had, oh, this is bad. This is really bad. I don't know what I said.
But I'm saying just start fresh.
And I don't want to because it's ruining the flow of what he had said to me. What was the last thing he said to me?
Oh my God! No, he said you're a hard man to pin down.
And that's what I said. I said not intentionally.
Okay.
Ha ha ha. That's my attempt at a joke, which is why we rolled that. Thank you so much. Success. That's all I needed to know. Okay. I forgot that I had said that.
Okay. All right.
That's all.
All right.
And I didn't want to start fresh because it was not going with the flow of the conversation.
Gotcha.
So that's what I said.
Okay.
And it barely lands.
It barely lands because you are nervous? Perhaps?
I think it's because, I am anxious.
Okay. So your eyes are sort of, flitting from side to side unintentionally, and
I'm also kind of looking around the room, like, what could be a weapon I could use?
Okay. Why don't you roll wits plus brawl?
Okay. Or just like the not a weapon, because that'd be melee. But like, how would this room help me in a fight?
So wits plus brawl, difficulty 6.
6. 2.
Okay. So the room's actually fairly open.
Okay.
Like I said, there's an old cabinet radio. There's a musty old couch, armchair. There's a small fireplace with a poker set next to it. And that's it. There's no like coffee table or anything in the middle of the room.
Okay.
So it would actually be pretty easy to just kind of charge him and try and take him out.
Okay.
He's 8 feet away from you.
Okay.
So there's a window to your left that you could hurl yourself through.
Right. Yeah.
Or hurl him through. The floorboards are wooden slats that are pretty creaky, indicating to you there's probably a crawl space underneath.
Okay.
And with sufficient force, the floor could be broken through. The walls and ceiling show signs of some water damage and are probably quite weak. You could probably punch through the wall very easily.
Okay.
And then likewise the ceiling, if somehow somehow it came to that. So I'm not sure how. Kick him in the balls hard enough to launch him into the ceiling.
I don't think nut shots really work anymore.
Well, if you kick him hard enough to launch him through the ceiling, they sure do.
What situation would I get into that would cause me to kick him in the nuts? And it would be such a
vestigial testicles.
Yeah, first of all. Second of all, and then with the force to be. And then I'm picturing him just going over the horizon line. Like Looney Tunes style.
I'm just picturing him like with his head stuck in the ceiling and his legs are just dangling down. Yeah.
And I just start punching at his nuts like a punching bag.
You know what? That's too far. You've taken it too far.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, pretty simple. The dinette is behind you.
Yeah.
And that, of course, just has a little Formica table, a couple chairs, and then if you...
So the Formica table.
And then if you were walking into the dinette, to the left would be the kitchen.
Right.
Which is just your classic old style kitchen with a back door. Back, which is the other exit from the building.
Okay.
Down, like kind of, let's see. Oh yeah. So then on the far side of the parlor, across from the window, is a arched pass through, and that leads into like a back room that's sort of like a bedroom. There's a coil spring bed in there, and it's curtained off.
Okay.
So there's a curtain that goes across the pass through.
Okay. So I'm just looking at this room.
Okay. So do you have a clear picture in your head of the layout of this little farmhouse?
Yep.
All right. And so you've attempted to be charming with some moderate success. All right. So this Cock Robin character says,
I can only assume that you've come here because you're interested in parlaying.
I just look from side to side. Go on.
Well, you contacted Mr. Cleaver here. He sent word to me, and I caught the first plane out of San Francisco.
So I look at Calvin. He's still bowed.
Again, he just kind of, just a slight nod of his head.
Well, that's unfortunate because I came to Calvin based on clan loyalty, not on loyalty to the Camarilla.
I am not asking you for loyalty to the Camarilla. I assume you know what the Red List is.
I nod.
I assume you know that your sire is on that list.
I nod again.
I assume you do not know that you killed my sire
What?
in defending yours. I will not hold it against you. I know the bond can be a powerful one, and I'm assuming she has you under her sway.
So I squint.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt.
I wasn't bloodbound to her at that point in time.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Furthermore, I will give you the benefit of the doubt that it was acting purely in self-defense when you kicked in the head of my agent, Mr. Frederick.
So that's okay. So this whole time I've been listening and kind of reacting, like squinting and then like musing. And then when he says that, Aaron, I seriously like blank, like, when did I do that? Like, and then I think back and I go, oh, I'm like, yeah, he was going to stake Karen.
As well he should. He was acting on my orders.
Mr. Frederick?
Yes. Skull-faced fellow. Even uglier than I am.
Yeah, I know him.
And so I'm sure you can agree that...
Mr. Fredericks.
Yes, that's right.
So I can
And so I'm sure you can agree that by the laws of our kind, I had every right to demand repayment from you in blood. You killed my sire. You attacked my agent. All in the pursuit of protecting someone who has been put on the red list for crimes against the kindred. I am hoping you can see my magnanimity that I am presenting to you by coming to you here and talking to you. By all rights, I could have you dead right now.
So, are there windows in the farmhouse?
Right. So there's a window on the parlor.
Right. Am I able to see the front yard from there?
Yeah.
Are there curtains drawn over it?
They're very sheer, kind of, lace curtains.
Do I see anyone outside or moving around?
So you glance outside very quickly. You see a black Cadillac parked outside. There is one person standing near the car, feet shoulder width apart, arms clasped in front of them, like they're just kind of waiting for a signal.
Okay.
They're wearing a denim work shirt and jeans, cowboy boots.
Oh. Does he look kindred like he's a kindred?
Yeah.
Huh. So I look back at Cock Robin and I say, I do appreciate your generosity with me. However, I think if there's any way to talk about the red list, which I don't think there's probably any way to modify it. But I don't think what you fully appreciate is the fact that Karen is on that list mainly because of the lack of education she received and lack of support she received from Kindred Society.
There are some who are on the red list because of actions they've taken with full knowledge of what they're doing. And there are others who are on the red list through no fault of their own. Does that give the latter a certain sense of pathos or tragedy? Certainly. But it doesn't make them any less deserving to be on the list.
How can you allow that to take place? In what way is that in what way is that serving justice?
The red list is not about justice. The red list is about enforcing the rules of our kind. Those who transgress must be punished. It is as simple as that.
So what, shouldn't you just punish all of these other people who just let her go around in sheer ignorance and doing what she's done?
They certainly bear some culpability, but that is for them to work out themselves how they may feel about that.
So what do you want from me?
I want you to give us Karen Anatos. And if you do not, then I say the same thing to you that I said to Mr. Cleaver here when I found out that you and he had talked and he had not reported it to me. The next time we meet, you will suffer the final death.
So I look at Calvin when he says that.
He's still kind of looking vaguely into the middle distance.
You mentioned at the beginning of our conversation that you know about blood bonds.
Of course.
You know I cannot hand her over. That I physically am unable to. So how can you ask that of me when you know the power of that bond?
Simply lead us to where she is and we'll do the rest.
I don't know where she is.
His eyes narrow a bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to try and make a roll to play that off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like your acting, for example.
Uh-huh. Performance.
Performance, yeah.
Performance plus charisma.
I'd say manipulation in this case.
And again, I'm going to add concentration. This is a difficult He's very distracting looking and creepy.
Yeah, so you don't suffer any penalties.
Great. And friendly face.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, so I'll give you -1 difficulty for that.
Okay. I'm going to add... I can't power this with my blood, can I?
No.
I can use a willpower point?
Sure.
Okay.
Let me figure out your difficulty here. Okay, so difficulty will be 7.
I already have 1 success.
Yes, you do.
7?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. 2.
Great. So his eyes narrow. Now please
So
make...
3 total.
Yes. So, okay, good. So please make also a perception plus alertness roll. Difficulty 5.
Oh, nope.
Wow, okay. So...
Damn it. I can't use up like all my willpower in this first scene.
No.
God damn it. My perception is so low. Really? Is it only 2?
Wow, holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm just used to Charlotte having so much.
Yeah. That was like the one thing I was really good at. Was perceiving things. All right, so Cock Robin's eyes narrow, but then like his head whips around like a rat that just heard something.
Oh.
You know, and in fact, even his weird little flattened nostrils kind of flare a little bit, like he's sniffing the air, and quite suddenly, the partition curtain from the bedroom area is just sliced in half by flashing blade, and then all of a sudden Mirko is in the room, and he's got this like Scottish claymore in his hand.
What?
Yep. and he's just charging at Cock Robin.
Oh. So I'm gonna put my claws out again.
Okay, so let's
here we go.
Let's figure some stuff out.
He's caught off guard.
Yep.
I'm going for it.
Although he's not caught as actually, since you got no successes, you're gonna not be able to act on this first round. Cock Robin got 7 successes on his perception roll, so even though this like completely unexpected thing just happened, he just shifts and is ready to take this guy on.
All right. Oh, Mirko, no. I love him already.
So yeah, he's like bellowing this battle cry, as he comes in. He's like, "Come on, motherfucker!"
Yes.
As he runs in.
Oh my god, we can't let
right.
Calvin get killed.
No.
Oh,
so.
no. Right, I mean, that's what he was saying, that basically he's going to kill Calvin.
Yeah, that Calvin was in deep shit. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, all right.
All right, here we go. Yes.
All right. So.
Oh, man.
Figure out who's striking first here.
Okay.
Okay, so. I get Mirko up in front of me here. Mm-hmm. And can you... Oh, I got it here. Mm-hmm. Scratch paper. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So we've got CR and MM. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wouldn't you have me, too?
And then AE. All right, so what's your dex plus wits?
5. I mean, 5 total dice pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5.
Okay. So, let's see. That's 5. And then we've got dex plus wits. I have to say, even though Cock Robin was Petrodon's child, he is way more capable than Petrodon.
Oh, no. Oh, great.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. So thanks again for that. Just like every time, it's like, I don't know what it is about you.
Interesting.
You make a comment, you're like, hey, well, you remember this. And I'm always thinking you're going to be like, it's like actually to your advantage. But in this case, you always say like, it's not to your advantage at all. It's like, oh, thanks.
Yes, well. Oh, that was actually Calvin. Okay. And then Mirko. Mirkonen.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So, Mirko is charging in, and Cock Robin is not as surprised as he might have otherwise been.
Great.
Okay. Actually, there we go. Okay. Now I've got everyone's initiatives except for yours. You'll get yours on the next turn.
Right.
All right. So you watch in kind of slack-jawed fascination as the claymore blade goes, whizzing through the air, catching the light of the front porch light. Mm-hmm. Briefly shining forth. And let's see here. Okay. Oh, that's right. Mirko has a specialty in blind fighting.
What? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Actually, as the blade is slicing through the air, you can see that it's actually already bloodstained.
What?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't take care of his swords very well.
No, it's fresh blood.
Yeah. Go, Mirko.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, boy, God.
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
That is a lot of ones that I just rolled. However...
For Cock Robin, right?
No. However, I did roll some successes at least, so it's not a botch. I rolled 4 ones on that dice
I don't know what
pool.
to tell you.
That's crazy. And then, yes, Cock Robin, he's got this, and he's got that, and he's gonna roll, and man, I'm just full of ones tonight.
Good.
Okay, what is that? All right, so basically they act simultaneously. Mm-hmm. So Mirko is on top of him with this claymore. And Cock Robin is just he just sidesteps slightly and then just disappears again. The claymore comes down and just slices off like the top corner of that cabinet radio, and then actually kind of gets stuck in it.
Oh.
Okay, so now go ahead and roll a D10 and add it. We'll add it to your initiative score here.
9.
Nice. Okay. So you actually get to act first on this second round.
Okay, so I'm looking around the room.
Right.
Perception plus alertness.
Sure. What are you trying to do?
I want to find where he is. Where's Cock Robin?
Oh, right. Okay. So.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
Yeah, the fact that he's invisible. I mean, that's not. Is that going to count as my whole turn?
No.
Okay. So I want to see if I can figure out where he is in the room, and then I'm going to go for him. I'm going to try to grapple him.
Okay. So Here we are. So perception is difficulty 8.
Okay. 8.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. 2.
Okay. And also make a wits plus courage roll. And this is difficulty 5.
2, 3. 3.
3. Okay, great. So you can act immediately.
All right.
You tracked where
I
he
kind of
stepped.
see where he went.
You're following that weird bendy shape.
I'm gonna try to.
It's not too weird for you to like engage with. So
Okay, so I'm gonna try to go for his legs.
All right.
Grab his legs to pull him down.
All right. So the claws are back out.
Claws are back out. So that's Dex plus Brawl.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Okay.
Can I add Fortitude to this?
No. Difficulty 6.
6.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Okay, so that's 2 successes. So the damage from your claws is what?
I don't have that.
Okay. So I want
Where
to note
would I
it.
put that?
Like there's a section to record your weapons and stuff. I would just record it there.
There is. That's not helpful for me. Again, I am all for the front of the page. If I have to flip my page over to find something out, it's wasting time. So claw damage.
Yes.
Claw
Alright.
damage equals what?
Getting it right here. It's protein. Protein. And it is strength plus 1.
Claw damage. Strength plus 1. Okay.
So since you rolled
that's
2 successes,
4. Uh-huh.
so 4 normally, you rolled 2 successes, so you get to add an additional die to that pool.
So 4 plus...
So 5 dice.
Oh, 5 dice.
Roll 5 dice. Again, difficulty 6.
Wait, strength plus what?
Strength plus 1, right?
Strength plus 1. Oh,
What's
yeah,
your
that's
strength?
4.
It is
Okay, and then
4.
plus 1 more.
Yes.
And then difficulty
6.
Okay, thank you. None. Or 1.
1. Okay. He's going to make a soak roll.
Jesus Christ. Rolling horribly.
Let's see. Yep. Okay. Yeah, he soaks.
Right.
All right. So you sweep low, and you tear through his parachute pants, and
What? What? I just thought he was wearing like a flowing kind of strange outfit, but
that's
the
right.
parachute pants?
Well, I mean they're kind of poofy slacks.
Okay. Yeah, because the normal clothes, like the smallest size, just doesn't really fit his frame. It's like a skeleton.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably why he's so hard to kind of grapple with.
Well, exactly. That's
Like
it.
Mr. Fredericks.
Is right. So you Kington. So you feel your claws hit this like bony ass leg.
Yeah.
And it's almost like hitting a ironwood or something. It's just
weird.
like they sink in a little bit and then just slip right out again.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no like satisfying meatiness there.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay. So let's see. Next up is Mirko and Cock Robin. And so
Yeah.
we're gonna do Cock Robin here. It's simultaneous, but let's see. Okay. All right. Let's see here. So I have to roll his manipulation plus self-control. And difficulty 8. Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh, very interesting.
Oh, man.
Okay. So, all right. So what he's doing on this turn is a animalism discipline called Drawing Out the Beast. And
Mirko?
No, Cock Robin. And so basically what this does is it artificially stimulates frenzy in another vampire.
Oh, no.
So he's trying to get Calvin to frenzy.
Oh, shit.
Because he wants Calvin to frenzy and come
Attack.
after you and Mirko. However, I only rolled one success.
Oh.
And it says here, the character transfers the beast but unleashes it upon a random individual. So, there's actually 4 other people in this area because Mirko killed one of the bodyguards on his way in. But there's still the guy out near the car.
Right.
So that's guy 1. Then there's you, Mirko, and Calvin.
Okay.
All right. So,
a D4?
I don't have a D4.
I have one.
Thank you. All right. So on a 1, it's the bodyguard. On a 2, it's you. On a 3, it's Mirko. And on a 4, it's Calvin. Yep. I rolled a 2. Oh, man. Wow. I really didn't think I was going to.
I knew you would.
There it is. All right.
What are you putting in my face?
Yep.
I'm gonna flick that.
All right. So so you feel a frenzy coming up inside of you.
Yep.
All right. So let's see here.
Roiling.
Uh-huh.
I'm ready to go, but I'm gonna turn on somebody or just anybody, right?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I turn on him?
I know it's going to
Cock
backfire.
Robin.
It's going to backfire.
Yeah, I'm going for him
Okay, let's see here.
if I can.
Wow, botch is really fun on that discipline. Okay,
Sure
so
What happens if you botch it?
well, if you fail outright, then you yourself frenzy, but it's like but it's twice as long and twice as intense as normal.
This might be sometime when I acquire another animal feature.
Well, it's Animalism 5, so it'll be a little while. But
No. I mean, this frenzy may cause me to something to stay.
Yeah. And then botching the roll,
An animal feature
grows
to
so
stay.
extreme that not even expending willpower curbs the duration or effects.
Okay.
Character is a helpless victim of the terrible fury of the beast. All right, so yeah, you feel this. You feel that old frenzy coming back up, but it feels different actually.
Why?
It doesn't. If one could say it this way, it doesn't feel like your own frenzy.
It feels like it's just coming out of somewhere else.
It feels like it's coming out of somewhere else. It
Like where?
you feel this bestial anger.
Yeah.
And you want to strike out against all your enemies. And strangely enough, though, that's like all these. You're thinking of all these kindred that you've never met.
Huh.
You know, these faces flash in front of you, and they're just people you have no idea who these people are.
Who are they?
You know, and
that's weird.
And you also feel this deep-seated anger that is then immediately clashing with your blood bond, but it's this deep-seated anger towards Karen. Like you want to rip her into pieces too.
Oh.
But then it's like immediately running up against your blood bond.
Yeah.
So in this instance, I think what would be appropriate would be a self-control roll.
Okay.
Not to curb the frenzy, but to kind of how do we say make adjust to the conflicting feelings that are raging inside of you.
Okay.
So if you fail your self-control roll, I'm going to say that your frenzy is temporarily manifesting as just incoherent rage that you can't direct anywhere. Okay? So, self-control roll.
And I can't direct anywhere?
Well, self-control roll, difficulty 6. And let's see. 2 dice.
I have a 2 in self-control.
Yeah.
What was it?
6.
1 success.
All right. So...
What was that?
Oh, it was her bone.
Okay.
She's chasing after her bone.
She's frenzying.
The dog is frenzying.
Okay.
All right, so... All right, so... Anyway, right. So what do you want to do? I mean, you're in a frenzy, so keep that in mind.
I want to go after Cock Robin.
Okay, so you're directing your frenzied activity.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
All right. As you do so, again, it's like this weird feeling. It's like not entirely you. So you find yourself making this sort of rodent-like screeching noise.
What?
Yes.
What?
As you go after Cock Robin.
That's so weird.
But anyway, that's going to be on your turn. So
All
right. So Mirko, meanwhile, has given up the sword, and you see that his claws are out as well. Okay.
No. Hey. Psst.
Don't try to shut me down.
No, it's Doggy.
I know.
Doggo, no.
All right. The curious dog. All right, so Mirko's going in. Let's see if I can actually manage something a little better this time with his insane dice pool that just refuses to give me anything decent. All right, so I got 2 successes on 9 dice. And, all right, so he's strength +1. So that and that. Okay. It's going in. It's giving me flashbacks to the whole showdown at your agent's office.
I know, it was bad.
What? I thought you enjoyed that session.
Oh no, that was probably my least favorite session.
But you still enjoyed it.
In a manner of speaking, but then that was also that was episode 5, I think.
Yes.
And so then episode 6 is when things started to get really oh no.
That's true.
So it was a precursor to my lack of interest in the action sequences.
All right, I got 3 successes on his damage. I'm rolling soak for Cock Robin. Right off the bat, I see 2 1s in there.
Oh my god.
All right, so that's two levels of damage there.
Oh.
So, where are you, sir? Okay, so that brings us to Calvin.
Okay.
Yes, let's not forget Calvin. So Cock Robin took 2 damage. Okay. All right. Ooh, Calvin. Talk about conflicted, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give him some rolls here.
All right.
Decide what he wants to do.
Good job, Edie. You fought your frenzy. She's like, yeah, I did.
Chill out. All right.
Good job.
So I'm gonna give him a conscience roll.
Edie made her conscience roll.
She did. Well, she made her self-control roll. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So 3 and 3. So you feel the beast welling up inside of you.
Yeah.
And you are getting ready to Hulk out at this point.
Right.
Okay. Aha. Suddenly you feel a pair of hands grabbing you from behind.
Where are they grabbing me?
They're groping you.
Oh, what? No. Where are they grabbing me?
They're grabbing you by your jacket.
Okay.
Okay. And so 2, 3. Okay. And what's his generation? Okay. 11th. Okay. All right. You feel yourself being lifted.
What?
Yes.
By the shoulders?
By your jacket.
By my jacket?
You're being flung. Basically. Okay.
Oh no.
So let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. So you are picked up and bodily flung to your left through the parlor window.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So so that's what happened. So Calvin grabbed you from behind and just threw you through the window.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I am looking back at the house. Like, what? What happened?
So take a...
Yeah.
Well, it would be bashing damage, and it would probably only be one level. So actually, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, the wound, you get some cuts from the glass, but it's superficial.
Okay, so
you hit the porch and then kind of roll off of it. So at this point, obviously, the bodyguard is moving forward.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go to the top of the next round, and let me just bring him in.
on this.
So this Justicar is an idiot on a couple levels. Because
Oh,
you have
yeah?
three gangrel.
Yeah.
And he's going in here expecting them to...
Well, he brought 2 Bruja with him, but...
lame.
And like I say, he is really no slouch himself. I mean, he has got an impressive stat block.
Well, prove it.
Well, how much do you want him to prove it? All right, so wits plus dexterity. Yep, and then we'll get that added in. Okay, wow. So you are actually acting on the same beat as the bodyguard.
Okay.
So you're rolling to your feet, right?
Right.
And what do you want to do?
I'm just looking at that person.
All right, so your eyes are on fire. You're snarling.
Yeah.
You know, so he
Yeah, like heaving and like, and I'm gonna like head toward him.
all right, so he's pulling a stake out from his
No!
that was tucked in behind in the small of his back. So
Oh no!
all right, so you're going after
But I
him.
see the stake.
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna wrench it from him.
Oh, you actually want to pull it out of his hands.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Dex plus Brawl, obviously. And he is simultaneously attempting to stake you. So
Yeah, I know.
his dice pool together as well.
What's the
This was very
difficulty?
Interesting. 6.
6?
Yeah, because I'm going to say 6 because he's bringing the stake right down towards you.
0.
So it'd be actually fairly easy to
Nope.
grab, except that
It's not.
no.
No.
Except turns out no. Okay. All right. So I got 4 successes.
Shit. Oh no.
So
no.
if you recall, he needs to get three levels of damage on you.
I know.
Okay. So with the stake, it's his strength plus. Okay. So let's see how much damage I do initially, and then of course you can attempt to soak. So I got 4. Oh my god! I totally called this. So I got four levels of damage. So make a soak roll. So that's your stamina plus fortitude, difficulty 6.
Two.
Okay, so you take two levels of damage.
Two levels of damage, bruised and hurt.
And they're lethal.
That's the star.
Yeah, X.
Just an X?
Yeah. Star is aggravated.
Oh. Oh, yeah, okay.
So basically, he brings the stake down.
Not again.
With tremendous force, like
Yeah.
even more than Irena's.
Yeah.
And you try to do the old catch the stake with your hands trick, but it just slides right through your hands. But you know, maybe you slowed it down a little bit. Like
Yeah.
you did grab it.
Yeah.
But you didn't wrench it out, right?
So does it kind of rake down my chest?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like, yeah, exactly. It hits your chest and then just slides
down.
It doesn't go through your rib cage.
Okay.
So it tears your shirt open.
Yeah, and
you
I
have
get
you have
pierced.
this like 1 inch wide gash
Angry.
going all the way. No, like a gash, like an open gash.
No, but an angry gash.
Oh, very angry gash. Yeah. 1 inch wide going down your chest to your abdomen.
Okay.
Yeah. So that happened. That happened.
Okay.
All right. So what is your intention for the next round? That'll affect what I do in terms of dice rolls and stuff here. Do you want to keep fighting this guy?
I need to incapacitate
Do you want to spend a
him.
point of willpower and GTFO?
No, I want to incapacitate him.
You want to take him out?
Because seeing Calvin tossing me out the window, I think he was trying to protect me. So I want to help them out by getting rid of this bodyguard. Since
Okay.
the idea is that Mirko more than likely killed the other one.
Okay.
So I want to get rid of this one
Okay.
too.
Sure.
So
Okay.
still focused on this guy.
All right. So let me just make some quick dice rolls here. I'm just going to kind of abstract it a little bit.
Okay.
Just for the sake of
Time.
for the sake of moving things along. All right, so that was him and interesting. Okay. All right. So yeah, you can hear the fight still raging
Yeah.
in the house.
Yeah. Snarls and
crashes and so forth. Okay, so you and this guy.
So I tried to block the stake. It goes down my body.
Yeah.
And so then since it's out of my hands, and my hands can go toward him to his throat
Sure.
to like rake at his throat
Yeah.
with my claws.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's Dex plus Brawl.
Uh-huh. And he's gonna just follow up with the stake again. Try to get you from underneath.
Oh no! Oh no! You gave me an out to run away, but you know I don't do that.
He's a bruja.
All right. What's the difficulty?
It's always 6.
Always 6. Mm-hmm. 4. Finally, 4
Well,
successes.
I shouldn't say always 6, but it's always 6 for a simple attack like this.
All right.
4 successes?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so go ahead and roll
Strength
plus 4 total.
4?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Difficulty
6.
Okay, always 6.
In this case, yes.
1.
Really?
Oh my god! I just rolled a bunch of 3, 4s, and 5s,
Ah, boy.
and that's 1 6.
Ah, boy.
Oh god, I hate that.
All right, so
It's so unsatisfying.
it's very unsatisfying. The good news is he doesn't have fortitude, so he doesn't have much in terms of soak. And yeah, so you actually do one level of damage to him.
Oh, good.
So you rake your, and it's aggravated. I mean,
I know.
You rake your claws at him,
All right.
and it kind of goes along his collarbone, rips his denim shirt open a little bit, you know. Meanwhile, yes, he is trying to stake you again.
Shit.
So I got 4 successes on his.
I should have
attack.
went for his hand holding the stake. Stupid Aaron.
Stupid. So that is that many. And that is going to be actually not very good. Only 1 success. So go ahead and soak that.
Okay.
Stamina plus fortitude.
I have it written down. You don't have to tell me.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. Stamina plus fortitude. 6.
Mm-hmm.
1.
Great. Well, you soak it then.
All right.
All right. So he tries to bring the stake kind of up under your rib cage and just completely. I mean, he hits you, but it just bounces off of you.
Okay.
So you guys are just basically wailing on each other.
Is he still holding the stake?
Oh yeah.
So I'd like to, I'd like to just make mincemeat out of that hand that's
Okay.
holding the stake.
Okay. So that would be a slightly higher difficulty,
Right.
To do a called shot.
To
like
do
that.
a called shot, yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me do my quick rolls to see how things are going inside the house. The fight is coming from inside the house. Okay, so that's that. You can hear the sound of the fight still raging on.
Still raging on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so make your attack at this
Well,
stakey hand, or you just try to kill him.
yeah, I'm gonna go for his throat again
All right, great.
instead of doing that.
All right, so you
Very
rip this
good,
guy's head
I like
off.
this. I want to.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'll make his roll
Oh shit.
as well.
Okay. 1.
Wow.
God,
All right, well,
so annoying.
that's strength plus 1 damage. So
Yeah.
go for it. Wow, I got 0 successes. If that makes you feel
Really?
any better.
It kind of does. Strength plus 1.
Yep.
It's enough. Oh, 4.
What? 4 successes on 4 dice?
9, 7. Oh, wait. No, 3. I thought that was a 6. It's a 5.
Ah,
So 3.
still pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, let me roll his soak.
Good dog.
Oh, actually, it's aggro damage, so he doesn't get a soak because he doesn't have fortitude.
Oh,
So 3 damage. All right.
my clothes.
So that puts him at what? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's at wounded, so he's going to lose 2 dice off his pool. All right. So this time you sink a claw into his throat and you tear and you tear open part of his throat essentially. Blood is fountaining.
Can
out.
I start drinking it?
You can go for a bite attack on your next.
I'd like to.
Okay. Excellent. Good.
No.
Let the hate flow through.
No, I'm not hating anyone.
All right, so that's that. And wow, okay.
I'm just rolling. I'm rolling dice pools for the two sides, and I'm kind of. It's like an extended contest where I'm keeping track of their successes relative to each other, and I keep rolling the same amount of successes. So they're locked in,
Heated battle,
and neither one is getting
advantage.
The upper hand. Yeah.
Well, wait till I walk into the room.
All right, so you want to go for a bite?
Yeah.
All right. Care for a bite?
Bite.
All right. Bite.
No, I was thinking about Rocky Horror.
Oh, right.
Stay for the night.
And maybe a bite.
Bite.
Okay, so you're going in for a bite. That is going to be difficulty 7.
Oh.
Still Dex plus Brawl. Or no, I'm sorry. Difficulty normal. Accuracy plus 1. What does that mean?
That means I get an extra dice. Because I'm good at biting things. I call the big one bitey.
There you go. Dice added to the roll to hit the opponent. Wow, so yeah, you get to add
Hell yeah.
1 dice to the pool.
No, usual difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6 plus 1 die.
2.
Okay. Rolling his attack at his reduced amount. Okay, so you got 2 successes. So you're going to roll strength plus 2 for damage.
6.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay. So
Give me some of that sweet, sweet vampire blood.
pretty much. Yeah. Okay. So
Whoa.
you sink your fangs into his neck.
Yeah, it's already open.
Uh-huh.
And I start drinking.
Let's just let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna need you to make a soak roll because as you move in, he's shoving the steak into you. So please make a. You're all like, I'm on top of the world, baby. Suddenly a steak sticking out of your back.
Hey, but if it's not going through my heart, it's all good.
Right. Well, let's find out because I just rolled 3 wound levels, so you need to soak at least 1.
Okay. Let me just do this. I was looking at all my merits. I'm like, what could I pull? Oh, 1 willpower. Silly. 1 willpower.
Okay,
Usually
sure.
Can I spend blood pool?
No, you can't spend willpower to succeed on a soak roll.
Oh, I can't.
No, only on skill rolls. Sorry.
Ooh. 2.
Okay, so you take 1 wound level, lethal.
Okay.
So what are you at?
I'm at
injured.
No, I'm at injured. Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, you sink you don't just sink your fangs in. You basically go for the wound that you created with your claws and just rip his throat out.
Right.
Essentially.
Oh, okay.
So
I rip his throat out.
you rip his throat out, and you drink.
I'm drinking
So
as many as
fill up your blood pool.
Boop, 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 boop.
And
Oh, so
if you don't want to drain him dry, it'll cost you a willpower point.
No, I'm going to.
Okay.
I don't care.
All right. So you're going to spend the next round doing that.
Just drinking.
So let me.
That's gonna help me heal up, I think.
Yeah. Actually, you're going to fill your blood pool, and then I'm going to say, because you can keep drinking and then burning blood points to heal yourself, go ahead and heal yourself up all the way.
Oh yeah. Sorry, denim guy. You're like, that character
Like
was
a
kind of important.
rhinestone cowboy.
Starts playing.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So
I'm having a great time.
You're all right. Having time of your life. So I'm going to say that this is also going to slake your frenzy.
Oh, okay.
Right. So the frenzy kind of starts to drain out of you, as replaced by all this wonderful
Delicious blood
that you're lapping up. And as your faculties return to you, and you no longer just have tunnel vision, red tunnel vision.
Right.
You look up
At the house.
and of course there's a giant hole in the window.
Yeah.
And you can see Cock Robin and Calvin and they're standing over someone, looking down at them.
No.
Yeah.
So I run up, I drop the vampire
You drop
that I
the
drained.
corpse, yeah.
And I run up to the window that I got thrown out of.
Okay, so like in what way? Like what are you doing?
Well,
exactly?
I'll run through the door then. I'll run to the house.
Well, no, I mean, what's your intention?
To see who the hell they're standing over.
Okay.
It's probably Mirko. That's horrible.
Right. So,
I want to see it for myself.
I want to see it for yourself. So you could just run up to the window.
So I run up to the window.
All right. Yeah.
Looking into the window.
What's going on here? All right. So
I just want to know. I want to see it for myself.
Yeah. All right. So basically,
It's too beautiful for this world.
as you run up, you can see that Cock Robin is covered in claw marks. Oh. And Calvin too looks like he's taken a couple bad hits. Oh. But Mirko is lying on the ground, his head twisted around, facing backwards. No. And just blank and expressionless.
No.
And so, but you're as you run up, like Cock Robin is starting to kneel down, like he's about to do something.
No.
To Mirko, but as you run up and you're staring in the window, he looks up at you, and then just comes at you.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Bring it on.
All right. So, okay. So you actually have a higher initiative than he does.
Oh, that's weird.
In this combat.
All
so
right.
What do you want to do?
I'll do my famous, tackle legs. Can I go for his legs?
Yeah, absolutely. You can. What you want to do? Like hurl yourself through the window?
Hurl myself through the window.
Give me some. So
is he coming?
Here.
So is he coming? Okay, so he's coming at me.
Mm-hmm.
How damaged is this wall? I mean, I can't.
Not very. You just went through the window, so it smashed the window.
So he's coming through the window.
Well, he's starting to rise back up to come at you. He looks very angry.
He should be.
Yeah.
So I would walk. I mean, I would kind of like jump through the. So that doesn't put me at an advantage. So I would run around to the door and come in through the front door.
Okay.
To come into the room.
All right.
I can't just jump through the window. You're probably going to penalize me for that.
It would be +1 difficulty.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna just come in through the. How far is the door from here?
Like 3 feet.
Exactly. So I'm gonna run into the door.
Okay. And
to run into the room.
What?
To run into the room to tackle him.
Okay.
To go for his legs to knock him down and then go for his throat.
All right. That's still going to be at +1 difficulty.
I don't care.
Okay.
It's better than jumping through the window. That seems stupid to me.
Okay.
Don't you think? I mean, if the window is kind of a small normal window. I mean, how big is it?
It's like a picture window, so it's like.
So you're picturing me going through the window.
Well, like I said, you shattered the glass of this window.
I know.
So it's just basically an open hole in the wall at this point.
So I could step through it easily?
You could jump through it, yes.
Okay, so I'll jump through the window.
Yeah, it makes less sense to me to do like this end around because you're actually like, giving him time to react. If you just put your boot on the windowsill and launch yourself through at him and do this flying tackle.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was initially visualizing, but the way you were making it sounded like the window was small and like weird and it was impossible what I was trying to do.
Okay, so
to me.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this will be a dexterity plus athletics roll,
right? And
then also a strength plus brawl roll.
2 of these rolls.
Yes. So do the strength plus brawl first. It's going to be difficulty 7.
Okay, strength plus brawl.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be difficulty 7.
Mm-hmm.
One, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. All right, so.
And then strength plus athletics?
Yes.
Or no, dex plus athletics.
Dex plus athletics, and that's also difficulty 7.
One.
Okay. All right, so you got 3 successes on your strength plus brawl. So now roll strength plus 3 for damage.
Three.
3, okay. And give him a soak roll. Okay, stamina. He does have fortitude.
anything done, you gotta do it yourself.
What's a Petra don't learn that the hard way.
It's true.
Looks like this one's gonna learn the same thing.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'm hoping.
He very handily soaked your damage.
Okay.
However, that did knock him down.
There's more where that came from. More so.
Uh-huh.
Now what?
All right, so that was your turn. You knocked him down. So you made your Dex plus Athletics. That means you didn't get knocked down. So you basically jump through the window,
Tackled him.
tackle him, and then roll back up to your feet. You know. So he's on the ground. Motherfucker. So he lost his turn. From getting knocked down.
Good.
So now Calvin is up.
Oh shit! No, Calvin.
Oh, I forgot about Calvin.
I did. Because I have a thought of what I want to do.
All right. Well, no, I hear you.
No, I was just thinking about wizard people. I killed you, Dad.
Oh my god.
Etc.
All right, so that's 4 successes, and his strength is okay.
Yeah, impressive,
Got
eh?
good strength. And so he's rolling damage. I'll tell you what he's rolling damage for in a second.
What? Wait a minute.
Okay. Okay. And one last roll. I mean, my god. This guy can take a beating.
Cock
Okay.
Robin?
Uh-huh.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you knock him down. You roll back to your feet, and in the next instance, you see Calvin coming in from the side. So I mentioned that there's a fireplace.
Yeah.
And there's like a poker set and
Oh,
everything.
yes. Okay.
However, next to that was a little coal scuttle with some kindling strips in it.
No!
And so he's got this like foot long kindling piece of kindling in his hand.
No!
And you see it in his hand, and for a brief second you think he's coming at you.
Right, yeah.
But then he brings it down onto Cock Robin. And in the same moment, he's saying, "Aaron, run!"
Oh, so I start running.
Okay, and you can see the stake go in.
Uh-huh.
And you see Cock Robin's hand just shoot up and grab Calvin's throat.
Oh, no. I'm gonna run.
All right.
I'm gonna get in my vehicle and I'm gonna speed out of there.
All right, so you...
No, my gangrel brothers. I barely knew you.
leave them to uncertain fates.
Oh no.
All right, so you run back out through the window.
Into my car.
Jump out.
I called for the coyote.
Oh yeah, he could have been helpful.
That was bad on my part.
Yeah. So you vault off the porch. You run past the corpse of the Bruja that you drained, past the Cadillac to your
Ford Falcon.
Calling for the coyote, howling for the coyote as you go. He comes running out of the darkness. You know. You jump in, fire the car up, peel out, and you can see, standing in the window of this house, watching you drive away, is the deformed visage of Cock Robin, and he still has the kindling like sticking out of his chest.
Oh God, no! No.
All right.
So I am beside myself, feeling crazed, feeling like, oh God, that was I killed them.
Did you? You feel personally responsible?
I do. Okay. Well, So I'm on the road.
Yep. So where are you going? You're driving away from this farmhouse.
I'm driving through Fresno.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a pickup, like, is there a highway that connects to go east toward Nevada?
Well, sir. Get out my Sunset Atlas.
Or, oh, Mirko. He was so cool. Damn it. You're scaring me.
What?
Like, you're killing all these people just right out of the gate. This is only a second episode.
Yeah, I'm really Games of Throning it up here.
Oh, God.
Game of Thronesing it up. Game of Thronesing it up. Yeah, that sounds gross. All right, so...
It does, actually.
Well, I mean, you've got a couple options.
There's part of me that... Wait, so what day is it? Wait, why is there a cop car? Do I get pulled over?
All right, let's go back to our calendar here. So, it is March.
Like, what?
25th?
No. No.
No?
I wish that you had had the day that we started it, because I've completely...
There's a calendar on the thing over there, if you can grab it for me. That would be great.
It's been 2 days
Yes, it has been 2 days.
since I arrived.
That's right. It's been 2 days since you arrived. So... I thought we were on the 19th or 20th?
No, Don's funeral.
26th or 27th. Oh, that's right. Don's funeral's on a Thursday. It's 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Yeah, it's the 26th.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
that's what I thought.
You were saying the 24th, but...
Was I?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's the 25th then. Right? Because you left the night of Don's funeral. Mm-hmm. You arrived in... You had your Bakersfield interlude that night. Mm-hmm. You arrived in Fresno on the 23rd.
No.
You tell.
Yeah, okay. So Don's funeral happened. That night, I had the whole thing in Bakersfield with Bukowski.
Yes.
A night passed.
Yes.
The next night, I went to get my car. Drove to Fresno.
Drove to Fresno. So you arrived on the night of the 23rd.
Mm-hmm. Talked with Calvin. Went to go hunt.
Yes. So that was the
Then
23rd.
the next night is when all this shit happened.
Right.
So it's the 24th?
Well, it's the night of the 24th, but I'm saying it's the 25th because it's like...
1 a.m.
Yeah, it's 1 a.m.
All right, so it's the 25th.
Yeah, technically. But it's the night of the 24th, so...
Okay.
Right? Okay, so...
So I think maybe...
Well, so there's...
Oh.
To answer your question, as your
This sounds like I'm getaway music.
Well, you are getting away right now.
Yeah.
All right, so to answer your question, there's a couple different ways you can go. You can either go the sort of the back roads way, or you can go the main roads. So which would you prefer?
Well, part of me's thinking about going back down to LA
Okay.
and checking in on Karen.
Mm-hmm. True.
This music's really...
Is it distracting you? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that was the getaway music. So
I got out of there.
You're out of there.
So I'm gonna head back down to LA.
Okay. All right. Very good. So you are heading down the 99.
Mm-hmm.
So let me
I gotta see Karen.
do some quick calculations here. So you want to go to Silver Lake?
Yeah. See if she's there. See if she's okay. So it's gonna take me probably about 4 hours, right?
Let's see here. Doing calculating. Actually,
I'll probably get there.
3 hours and 15 minutes.
Okay. So I'll get there right before dawn,
Yeah.
sunrise, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only been a couple days. So I'm gonna head down, getting back to LA.
right.
One of my story goals was to find out from Calvin about Louis, where Louis actually is.
Yeah, I know.
That was not successful.
That was not successful. What are your other story goals? How are you doing with those?
Oh, help Dawn ascend.
Right.
And maintain my connection with Karen.
Well, you're working on that. Mm-hmm. Okay, very good.
So, heading down, getting back down into LA.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, that's Savage Dog.
And so I am closing in on the city.
Okay. So, yeah, see, I had here the March 28th.
Yeah.
When I calculated sunset and sunrise times. I might have been off with that.
Oh.
So, whatever. We're just going to go with this being
the night of the 24th.
25th.
To the 25th.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
we keep very, very detailed records.
Obviously.
Yes. All right. So let's see here. Civil Twilight or end Civil Twilight 6:37 p.m. So yeah, you're
I have time.
You're getting back in basically just in time. This rumbling Ford Falcon comes pulling up into the drive of the very nice little Silver Lake house bungalow. Yes.
I'm hoping I see some of Muhammad's guards there.
Well, actually, as you're driving up the drive, a couple guys, step up, with hands on little submachine guns.
All right.
Yeah. Like they've got their fingers over the triggers, but they're kind of holding them in a guard position.
Right.
And like one of them's like putting his hand up.
Yeah.
All right. So they're holding their hand up.
All right. So I put my hands up in the vehicle.
Mm-hmm. So one of them's got like a little mag light, and he's shining shining at you.
That's really bright.
Yeah. And he goes, Aaron?
And I get out of the car.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's me. I'm back for now.
Okay. So they said, oh, all right. Well, we didn't recognize the vehicle.
Yeah, I had to change cars.
All right. Well, head on in.
All right. Thanks.
Sorry to bother you.
That's fine. No, you're just doing your job.
All right.
So I get my stuff out of the car and I bring it in.
Okay.
And the coyote, I bring the coyote in too.
Okay. So he lopes in after you. So let's see here.
I walk in the door.
4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. So you walk in the door. If you recall, there's kind of a big open front room. There's like a big glass coffee table.
Yeah.
All the lights are on.
Yeah.
Lights are blazing away. Karen is there.
Oh.
With Carl.
What is she wearing?
She's actually wearing, for once, something that's kind of like practical.
Oh.
I mean, she would never wear sweats, but
yeah, so to me, it'd be just like a white, like button-down shirt and like a pencil skirt.
Yeah, there we go. Exactly. And you're like, your hair is up in a loose bun.
And she has like glasses on for some.
Yeah, she has little half spectacles on. With the blood red costume jewelry string or whatever.
Yeah,
loop,
beaded.
A beaded loop.
Chain, like a glasses chain.
Glasses chain.
And she has. I feel like she's wearing pearls.
Yeah,
for some
definitely
stupid
pearls.
reason,
And then she's got a pencil very loosely stuck in her hair.
This is business Karen.
Business Karen.
I've never seen this before. It's like, whoa.
It's the whole other side of you.
Yeah.
Only a little bit of makeup, know.
Yeah.
And then Carl also is like just wearing, like obviously was started the night in his suit, but just like down to his slacks and then his dress shirt with the tie loosened and his sleeves are rolled up,
Right.
And on the glass coffee table it's just like this crazy layout of papers.
Oh.
Just scattered all over the table.
Okay.
With like diagrams and notes and stuff, and then they've got one of those easels with the giant paper tablet
right.
with a bunch of like kind of like clustering diagrams going on.
Okay. All right.
And you just see the words like blood bond, how, health supplement.
Right.
Pills.
Yeah.
Weird stuff like that.
Okay.
So So you walk in,
So I walk into the door,
and of course they both look up,
and I drop my bag on the ground.
And Karen smiles very broadly at you.
She wearing my ring?
Yes,
Okay.
she is, and she rushes towards you, and she's just like, Aaron, it's you.
Yes,
Why
I'm
didn't
back.
you say you were coming back? I sensed it, but I didn't think it was real. I just thought I was missing you. But here you are, and she's like smothering you with kisses.
Okay, and I'm
as
covered
she's
in
talking.
blood. I'm covered in blood, and my
covered in
shirt's
blood.
all ripped to shit.
And as she's kissing you, like, it feels kind of weird. Like you actually recoil involuntarily because your face feels very sensitive as she's kissing you on the cheeks.
Oh.
And then she steps back and looks at you kind of surprised and puts a hand out and runs it down your cheek, and it feels like boink, boink, boink. Like she's just plucking along something on your cheek.
Oh.
And she goes, when did you get those?
What is it? What is it?
So you turn. I love the music cue.
I know.
So the kitchenette is just off to the side from the entryway, right? There's like kind of an open plan kitchen area.
Right.
And the refrigerator is kind of a brushed steel, like highly polished, kind of chromed fridge. So you can kind of see your distorted reflection, and you step forward a couple steps until your face is like right up against the fridge, and you can just see enough of your reflection. It's almost like a funhouse mirror reflection, and you can see you've got these little whiskers sticking out of your cheeks.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
So I run to the bathroom.
Yeah. All right.
I run to the bathroom. I turn the light on.
Yep.
And so what is it?
So
whiskers?
the vanity lights come on, and you're looking at yourself, and yeah, it's just 3 little whiskers on each side. They're white whiskers.
No. Whiskers. Oh no. So I'm looking at them. I don't like that. So I'm looking around for scissors.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
there's some like cosmetic scissors.
So I'll find them and I'm gonna like trim at them.
All right. So
Does it hurt?
Yeah. You snip at the first one and it really hurts.
Oh! I keep doing it.
All right. Yeah.
I cut them all off.
All right.
I'm like, oh.
So meanwhile, Karen has appeared in the doorway, and she's like, "Your shirt, you're covered in blood. What happened?"
It's a long story.
Oh my goodness. Well, come and tell me all about it.
I need to shower. I'm disgusting.
Of course.
So I'll be out in a sec.
Of course.
So after I cut my whiskers off, I'm just touching my face. I'm looking at the...
It's still like really sensitive in each spot where the whisker was, you know.
and I'm like, they'll probably grow back. So I head into the shower.
Okay.
I take a shower.
Yep.
I throw out another shirt. I come out. I'm wrapped in a towel. And I head to my room.
Okay.
Is Karen in there?
No, she's back in the living room area with Carl.
Okay.
You can hear her talking.
Oh, okay. So I'll head back into the front.
Okay.
I just have a towel on.
In your towel.
Yeah.
All right.
With the gashes on my... Oh, no. Those all healed up.
You healed it. Yeah.
Okay.
So you walk in and she looks up. She says, "Feeling better?"
I don't know. What are you doing?
Oh, we're just working on a new business model.
So I'm reading that tablet.
Yeah.
It says Blood Bond?
Well, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Just tell me everything. Tell me what happened.
Oh, okay. So I look at the time, and it's
Yeah.
probably like getting close to 5.
4:45 at this point. Yeah.
So
yeah, you're starting to feel a little lethargic.
yeah. So I start to tell her just everything that happened with Calvin, Cock Robin, the Justicar Petrodon that we had destroyed has, his child is looking for us. Will probably kill me the next time he sees me. Wasn't successful this time, and 2 gangrels. I mean, you remember Calvin probably sacrificed his life. So 2 other gangrels, and one that I met that was actually seemed like an amazing ally. He's gone.
These people are terrible.
Yeah, it's the Camarilla bullshit, as usual. I'm afraid I endangered them, though, with going back there.
You had no way of knowing.
I'm just shaking my head, and it's... I don't know. Anyway, I need to hit the road again. I need to go to Nevada.
Okay.
But just be careful.
You'll only be gone a couple of days like this time, right?
I don't know. I can't guarantee that. It might be longer.
3 days, 4.
No, Karen. So I'm touching. So I take her hand,
Yeah.
like one of her hands and 2 of my hands, and my only 2 hands.
2 of your 6 hands.
2 of my 6 hands, and
That comes later after several more plunges. You start to look like an insect.
oh, gross!
You're like Gregor Samsa.
I'm like a mosquito.
Wake up as a giant cockroach.
So I take her hand in mine, and I say, Karen, I have to help Dawn ascend.
Fine.
And the Giovanni clan, they're the only ones who can help me. Karen.
Well, it hurts. Aaron, it hurts.
What about it hurts?
It hurts to be apart from you.
Look, I don't like it any more than you do. But I need to help her. And like, if the sooner I get her to where she needs to be, then the sooner I can be back with you. And then you can inform me about this whole... So I pick up a piece of paper, and I'm like, health solutions?
So she nods and she says,
I don't know. Like, the moment I say it, it's almost out of my head entirely, you know?
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know what I'm... Like, whatever.
And so she nods and she says, well, you're right. I'm pretty busy right now.
Don't you want to get back on the air?
Maybe. We'll see. If this plan goes through, I may not have to for a while.
All right.
Like I said before, it might be time to take a little bit of a break.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. I know, but I need to help Dawn.
Of course. Oh, Carl, look at the time. The sun's about to come up. Come on, Aaron.
Yeah. So I let her lead me to the room. Mm-hmm. Where's Derek? I say as we're down the hallway.
Oh, he's asleep. So yeah, you pass by the room that you know to be Derek's room, and then head to the master suite, which has been sunproofed, and make a perception plus alertness roll as you walk in.
Oh no! What happened to my room?
I'll say difficulty 5 on this one.
5. Now I make 5 successes.
Oh shit!
The hell. Worst.
Betraying dice.
Pretty much.
So as you walk in, you immediately can smell blood. There's just a very heavy smell of blood in the room. The room itself is clean. It's quite spotless. But you can tell there's been a lot of blood shed in here. It's like the vampire equivalent of walking into a room where some people were like smoking a big bowl of
Something
or other, and then you can smell that lingering odor.
So I say to her, "Where's Derek?"
He's asleep, as I told you.
I'm gonna go check his room.
Aaron.
I just want to say hi to my friend. He's my friend.
Of course. I just want you all to myself.
Right. So I kind of brush past her and I go to his room and I open the door.
So you hear a snoozing sound coming from within, a line of Z's coming up from his bed,
Sim style.
Yeah.
So I look, it's him, right? I mean, it's him.
I mean, if you want to go over.
I am. I'm
all
gonna...
right, so you use your feral eyes. And so even in the darkened room, yeah, you see it. It's him.
Okay.
His mop top splayed out across his pillow.
All right. Okay. So I leave the room, close the door quietly, and head back into my room.
Okay.
So I'm getting...
So Karen's in the process of changing into her negligee,
Okay.
that she sleeps in.
All right. So I'm just feeling so, I'm thinking about all the things that Cock Robin said in terms of, I know you're, bonded to her, bound to her.
Yeah.
Like she's making you do things, et cetera, that kind of stuff. And it's just
Ooh, he planted some seeds of doubt.
he did. And I'm just like, what is she up to?
But at the same time, you're seeing her and you're just like filled with this feeling of protectiveness.
Yes.
And
like
desire.
she's the reason. Yeah.
She's the reason for the season.
Yeah. Right.
Put the Karen back in Karen-miss, etc., etc.
Yeah. So but then that smell of blood is really distracting.
Yeah.
So are we laying in the bed?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at her.
She's looking at you, stroking your face.
My little
She's
whisker.
like, she said, I don't know, maybe I kind of like the whisker look.
They'll probably be back, so don't worry about it. Why does it smell like blood in here?
Does it?
Yes, it really does, Karen.
Again, the music. Well, I'll give you a little hint about what Carl and I have been working on. It involves working with blood to some extent. I mean, essentially, what we're looking at, and then as she's talking,
Yeah.
as she's talking, like her voice is starting to sound further and further away, and you realize your eyes are starting to close rather involuntarily, and yeah, that's kind of like the last thing you remember.
All right.
you
Okay.
know?
All right.
So,
All right.
what's your humanity at?
Into torpor I go. My humanity is at 6.
Okay, I think she's lower than you.
Yeah, she is.
She's 5, I think.
I have a feeling she would start trailing off. She
Actually,
would
yeah,
start
you're quite right.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you're quite right.
So she
she's
starts trailing off.
so
and
she's
falls
like
asleep.
basically what we're doing. Then she's just
So I'm like,
just lying there like a corpse.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just
And
like,
then you can feel it coming in pretty quickly. Like within 10 minutes, you're gonna be out too.
Yeah.
So,
So I turn away from her and I just fall into it.
Mm-hmm.
So
all right,
the day passes.
The day passes. Cue sped up shot of sun coming up over the palm trees.
Derek getting up, eating some corn pops,
Yeah, exactly.
watching TV,
Sup, Carl?
smoking a bowl. Yeah,
right.
getting up, going out, coming back in.
Right.
Right.
Playing dominoes with the guards.
Right. He wants to be a professional dominoes guy.
That's right. So then your eyes pop open. It's the night of the 25th of March. And
We got to double check to see remember when Amy drove by that house?
well, this is actually the calendar from Demon's Mirror.
Do you have things marked down?
I do. So so we actually did not start the Demon's Mirror until April.
Yeah, I knew it was later when she drives by Aaron's house. Like, where are you?
Yeah,
where is
yeah,
that
it
fucker?
is
You know?
later, yeah.
Okay, good.
So yeah, when I found this, I was like, score!
Oh,
this,
sweet.
This has all the dates marked off
Woohoo.
from Demon's Mirror.
Excellent.
So yeah.
All right.
Haha! I did some record keeping. The first edition AD&D Dungeon Master's Guide said in all caps, you cannot have a meaningful campaign unless you keep careful time records or something to that effect. So,
I believe that.
Yes. Anyway, yeah. So your eyes pop open, and it is. Let's see. What is the sunrise? Sunrise is 6:37, or sunset is 6:12. End of Civil Twilight 6:37. So you are waking up about 6:45.
Okay. So my eyes open, looking around like, where am I?
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For a second, you forget where you are. Mm-hmm. And
And then I'm like, okay.
The quote is, "You cannot have a meaningful campaign if strict time records are not kept."
I agree.
Okay.
So.
All right. So
I get up, I get dressed.
Yeah. Okay, so as you're getting up, let's have you make another perception plus alertness roll.
Oh my god. Why am I scared? 6, you said?
Difficulty 4 on this one, actually.
5 again.
All right, so you're getting up. Karen, of course, is still out. You know that
Let me lose a blood pool.
Oh yeah, lose a blood point. Thank you. Good vampire player. So you get up and you know that you've got about 10 minutes before she rises.
I start looking around the room.
Well, as you get up, you notice 2 things. That smell is still there, but this time, maybe from sleeping in the room all night or all day, you're sensing that it's stronger over in one part of the room, and you see that there's a door that's closed, and you remember that that's the door to the master bath. There's a walk-in closet and there's a master bath. So
I walk to the door.
Door to the bathroom
and I open the door.
All right. So you open the door.
Shit.
And inside, it's something of a charnel house.
Damn.
There's blood just sprayed all over the walls. There's blood on the floors. The bathtub itself is full of blood. There are 2 bodies in the bathroom. One is kind of sat up against the wall over behind the toilet. The other is just kind of splayed out on the ground.
They're dead.
They're dead. They're drained. They're white as sheets, you know. A man and a woman. Both have puncture wounds, but also like what look like deep cuts in strategic locations, you know, like to drain them of blood.
Fuck. I'm gonna pull the plug on the tub.
Ooh, damn. All right, so your hand plunges down through this cold blood, room temperature blood, and you find the plug by touch, and you pull it. Oh man, I'm just thinking of that all going to the sewer system.
It's disgusting.
So nasty.
It's disgusting. All the little animals are gonna feed on it.
That's true.
So I'm draining the tub.
All the little animals.
You know, all the little sewer rats and lizards and
centipedes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I drain it.
All right.
I open the window. And I think better of it, and I close the window. And I think, fucking Karen. So I come out of the room. I come out of the bathroom. Well, I wash my arm off.
Okay. So in the time it takes you to do all that.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
So as you're stepping out of the bathroom,
and you're hearing the thick sound of the bathtub.
It's like syrup going down a drain.
Yeah, and like the bubbles, like
yep.
It's even more like disgusting sounding. And yeah.
All right. So you as you're stepping out of the bathroom, Karen is sitting up in bed, and she's obviously like immediately, you know, figuring out, like hearing this, and like looks a little alarmed, and she sees you coming out of the bathroom. She says, "Aaron, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Did you just? Is that?" And so she jumps out of bed and rushes forward.
I tried to stop her from going in there.
Oh shit! All right. Well,
here we go. First, more fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our first fight. All right. All right. So roll your strength plus athletics, I guess. And I'll do the same. Difficulty 6. Whoever gets the most successes wins.
Difficulty 6? 3.
All right, I only got 1.
So I'm holding her by the shoulders.
All right, but she can kind of see over your shoulder.
Yeah.
And she says, "Aaron, why did you drain the bathtub?"
This is disgusting.
I admit it's a little slipshod right now, but this is something that Carl and I are just working out on the fly.
What the hell are you talking about?
You know, there was some of my blood in that bathtub.
I don't care. What are you doing? What? This isn't a fucking science lab, like Mr. Wizard shit.
You know
what the hell?
She steps back, puts her hands up. She says, "You're right. You're absolutely right. This house is not a science lab. I've been going about this. You know, I've been really caught up. I'm so glad you came back."
She's like touching my face.
Yeah.
And then when she's touching my face, do I feel if like my whiskers are back?
There are no whiskers.
Okay.
So you can erase whiskers.
But I'm going to put it down as a thing that might spring up.
Oh, it's a thing that happens? Okay,
that might spring up.
Okay, sure.
So I'm like, oh, like she's touching my face. Like
and it doesn't feel super sensitive anymore,
I'm just like,
you know?
oh.
It's okay.
I'm like, well, that's good. But
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, kind of in the back of your head, you're like, oh, good.
Yeah.
But I have much more media concerns right
It's
now.
just like, it's like, what are you doing?
It's, again, I don't really want to get into details because everything's still very much up in the air.
I don't care. Okay, look, I don't care. Get rid of those bodies.
Yes, you're
and
right.
Clean that bathroom up.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I got carried away in my enthusiasm. Carl!
Claps.
Yeah. Carl! So she heads off into the house.
All right.
You know?
And I'm just like shaking my head. I'm just like, oh my God.
I love that Derek is like so oblivious that he's just like letting these murders and blood drainings happen. He's like eating his corn pops, you know?
His humanity's probably less than mine.
He's like, I'm chill, man.
His humanity's like 4.
No, I think he probably has like wits 1 or something, you know? And perception 1.
So
Nothing.
I'm just like shaking my head. So I get my bag.
Yeah.
I had brought my bag back into the bedroom, and
Okay.
I'm repacking it. And I'm looking at the vials of blood that I have left over of Karen's blood. I'm gonna take them all.
Actually, he has wits 3, but he
Aw.
does have a low perception.
So I'm gonna take
Yeah.
those vials, and I'm just looking at them. And then I just put them into a sock and put them into my sock drawer.
Oh, all right.
So I pack up the rest of my bag, pictures of all the things that I have of Dawn's, just anything that I think might help,
Okay, right.
and just pack up my bag. And I head out of the bedroom.
All right. So you're leaving the blood vials behind. Okay.
That was gross. That's disgusting.
Uncalled for.
just really like disgusting.
Yeah.
But I have standards, like I just think that's wrong.
And yet, there's
Yeah.
still this part of you that's like you find is wanting to forgive her.
Exactly.
Wanting to rationalize
Because then when I see her talking to Carl about it, and I'm like, well, it's not that bad, and she's gonna fix it.
Yeah, like she said, it was
So it's
all
o-
very
it's okay.
on the fly. Very
Yeah,
slipshod
she's
operation.
experimenting or doing
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
So then I'll take her into my arms,
All right.
and I'll just kiss her.
Okay. And she returns the kiss, but then she pulls her head back and she says, "Aaron, what would I do without you?"
I don't know. I like smile at her.
Yeah.
I really don't know, Karen.
Please don't be gone long.
Again, I can't promise it.
I need you.
Oh God, I have to go.
I know.
But I will call you. I will.
Promise you will.
I will. Absolutely, I will.
Call me from every place you stop.
I will. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And be careful out there.
I am. I'm trying. You be careful out here.
Oh, we are.
All right. Well, I gotta go.
All right.
Have you heard from Mohammed at all?
We've been in touch. Yes.
Are
In
you
fact,
gonna
in
get
fact, I'm going to call him tonight because I need to talk to him about buying some property.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna purchase a home pretty quickly here.
Yes. It's Aaron. You can't just buy a proper mansion overnight, even in Los Angeles. It takes time.
Of course.
In
but,
this market,
all right.
I have no idea what the housing market
Yeah,
was
who
in
knows?
1990, but that's the kind of thing people say regardless. So anyway,
All right.
in this economy, all right.
So I look at Carl.
I don't think the recession had started yet. That was like 91. All right, go
So I
on.
look at Carl and I say, "You take care of her, Carl.
Of course.
She means everything to me."
Yes, of course. I watch over her all the time.
I know you do, but so I like.
He actually even looks a little offended, like, you would even say that to me.
It's the blood bond. Just
Yeah,
I'm trying to cover all my bases.
Exactly.
Is Derek in the room?
No, so Derek did head out.
Okay.
And, yeah, he's just not around.
All right. So Karen, I gotta go.
Like, even though he's not onto the
Dead bodies?
the murders and the blood, there's probably this part of him that's like kind of picking up on the unwholesomeness that's suffusing the house at this point.
Yeah.
So
that's
he's
bad.
probably like waiting for Karen to move out, like
Yeah.
we'll get up and soon enough. you know.
Right.
So he's like hanging out with his buddy's houses a lot.
All right. So Karen, I gotta go.
Okay. So she comes in and gives you another big kiss, long and lingering kiss.
Okay. I return the kiss. It's hard to stop.
It is. But then she, sweetly crimsons your bottom
What?
and sends you on your way.
Okay. So off I go.
Yeah.
I pull out. I'm gonna fill up the car before I
Naturally.
head out.
Naturally. All right, so you hit the road. So, actually, as you're gassing up, so you're under the fluorescent lights of the local AM PM gas station where you're gassing up. Like this thought comes into your head unbidden.
I'm thinking thoughts.
But for once, it isn't about Karen, because you're kind of used to having these weird thoughts burble up that you have no control over.
Right.
But instead, it's a thought.
Which is not normal for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not the most thoughtful or introspective person.
Yeah.
I'm sensitive, but I'm not always, like, thinking deeply about stuff. Okay.
So, right, exactly. You're not known for your deep thoughts.
No.
So, so rather, this is a thought that comes up that seems to come from somewhere else. Somewhere that you don't know where, but it is almost like a voice whispering in your ear, and it is telling you that you should go visit Dawn's grave before you head out. As long as you're here in town, like, hey.
But the last time, so I'm thinking, so then I start talking to myself out loud.
Yeah.
But the last time that happened, the last time I was at that graveyard, some pretty serious shit went down. And so I'm wondering if anybody, like...
Oh, yeah.
Somebody walks by and, turns their head like, what the hell are you talking to?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
But the last time I went to the graveyard, some serious shit went down. And so I'm just kind of, like, thinking. But it keeps pushing me. Like, it's tickling. Like, no, you need to go.
Well, what you can do, actually, is roll your willpower.
I only have 4.
I know.
Well, 5. If I've used one, I can't,
Right, that's... let me think here. No, you, in 20th anniversary, you roll your full willpower pool at all times. Too many different editions of this game.
Yeah. What's the difficulty? 6?
Difficulty 7.
7?
Actually.
2.
Yes. 2 successes? Okay. Okay. All right, let me just make a roll here. Yep. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so... And you say you have 4 willpower points?
Right now, yeah.
Okay. All right, so you can resist it if you want.
I just
but
think
you feel your resistance kind of wearing away a little bit.
It's wearing away. I go in to pay the gas thing, and they have like little bouquets of flowers and stuff there.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm gonna buy one.
Also, you can get 2 hamburgers for $2. Just letting you know.
If I was a working class guy, I would definitely take advantage of that deal.
All right.
But I'm not. I'm a ridiculous vampire, so I'm gonna buy a little bouquet of flowers, and I'm gonna head to the cemetery.
Okay. All right. Oh, it was 99 cents actually for 2 hamburgers. That's pretty crazy. All right, so you buy some flowers and you head out for the
Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
Hollywood Forever. Was it No, it was Forest Lawn, wasn't it?
Why are you doing this to me? No. No. I can't. No, I can't play the whole thing.
For 99 cents at AMPM.
No.
100% beef, flame broiled, and you help yourself to the work.
No, I'm not listening to this. I don't have my headphones on.
Took your headphones off.
I'm not listening to this.
Ass. All right.
I know, because I know it.
Anyways, all right. So we're back.
All right.
So yeah, you are a boss at AMPM Mini Market.
No.
But more importantly, you're driving to Forest Lawn.
I thought it was at Hollywood Forever, but okay.
No, actually, I just re-listened to the last episode and it was at Forest Lawn. So I think you're thinking of Hollywood Forever from 13 Candles. Yeah. So
So,
as mentioned.
off we go to Forest Lawn.
Off we go to Forest Lawn. And so you get there.
I remember exactly where.
Remember exactly what lot.
Oh, wait. No, they didn't bury her at that time. They didn't. I just went to the wake.
That's right.
I wasn't there for the burial.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm going to have to go, if there's still, somebody's open.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to find out if there's a guide that I can look at to see where she's interred.
Yeah. No, I honestly have no idea how that works.
Yeah.
And so, but in the world of darkness, we're going to say that, especially at this time of night, I mean, it's only like a little after 7-ish, maybe 7:30, getting on till 8, but whatever, that there's somebody on duty, that you can go
So I
and talk
asked
to.
them for a guide to direct me where she is.
Yep. So they have a little, printout map of the cemetery, and he circles
The area.
the plot, and then he writes down the number,
row.
the row. Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so I head over.
All right. So by the time you find your way out there, it is about 8 o'clock, and please make another willpower roll.
HDO. Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god.
What did you do?
I rolled 3 10s and 2 8s.
Wow. All right. So 5 successes, eh?
Uh-huh.
Not bad. Not bad.
That's not what I needed though. Like
All right. Okay, so you find your way out to the grave. So it is, it's a fairly simple, as we established the last time you were here. The World of Darkness version of Forest Lawn has, very ornate gravestones generally. They're tombs and mausoleums and weeping angels and all kinds of other stuff. Dawn's gravestone, once you find it, is just a very simple little blocky rectangular affair on a little plinth, and
is there a little place to put flowers into it?
Yes.
Right.
So yeah, it's got like two little columns of marble, and then a backing piece of marble, and then there's glass over the marble that's been etched, with Dawn Barber, beloved daughter, and the dates of her birth and death. And she was 20, I believe.
Yeah.
So 1970, 1990. And then underneath is like a quote that says, there shall be no more music.
So put the flowers in the little flower holder.
And there's a cross on the etching.
So there's these little yellow roses.
Okay.
And so I put it into the little holder, and I'm looking at it. And
so you're standing there. You step back from the plot.
yes.
You're never going to go back to Forest Lawn.
What are you telling me?
So these rolls that I've been making
Hate you.
in the background,
Hate you.
they've been contested rolls, as you've probably gathered from the sound of my own dice rolls. So even though you managed to roll 5 successes, which is laudable, you don't have a lot of willpower. And so on the last roll at the AM/PM, where you're the boss, I beat you by 2. I got 2 more successes than you. So that reduced your effective willpower to 2. You're still rolling your full pool because these are just effective, temporary willpower losses. Okay. On this one, I actually got 7 successes on a dice pool of 9 dice. So that reduces your willpower to 0, effectively. So you're staring at her grave plot. And you feel, again, that strange compulsion. It's not a voice in your head. And it's not...
It's a feeling.
It's not even a feeling.
Oh.
It's not a feeling.
Okay.
Because that's how your blood bond is with Karen. Right? With Karen, these are like feelings, however artificial they may be. Right? Like they're not like native feelings.
Right.
This is more like
Well, at the AM PM, it felt like a compulsion. But now it's not just a compulsion. It's not just a mental compulsion. It is an actual like physical compulsion, like as if you are being possessed.
Okay.
Okay. So please spend a blood point.
Okay.
As your claws pop out, and without even really realizing what you're doing, you start digging into the grave.
No!
Yes.
Why?
Dirt clods flying everywhere.
I've done this before.
You have.
No!
Yeah.
So I'm digging.
You're digging, and so you're just digging down almost like supernaturally fast.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, no. Aaron, what are you doing?
So...
What?
And you know I don't normally like to take away player agency like this,
I know,
but...
I'm feeling kind of weird, but it's okay.
Yeah,
like, let's go with the story.
But this is what happens when you have a ghost girlfriend, so I'm just...
She makes you do some creepy things.
Yes, I mean, you were literally possessed right now. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
by her.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm by something.
Okay, by something. I'm digging.
You're digging. So sure enough, you dig for a good 10 minutes or so until you're 6 feet down.
And I hit
and
something
hit it.
solid.
You hit
the
a casket. So, of course, it's still like in perfect condition because it's only been in the ground for like 4 days.
Like, so the ground must have been really easy to pull up too.
Oh yeah, totally. And so, but you just keep going, and so your claws like rend through the laminated wood.
No.
You know.
No.
Yep, and just tear the wood up.
Oh.
And so there inside the casket, still
looking fine
because of all the embalming and everything.
But she's so pale.
But very pale.
And
still
dry.
wearing her corpse paint from the
dried
viewing.
out. Yeah.
And just the hair is all dry and lusterless.
Yeah.
You know, but she's lying there in her casket.
Well, what else am I possessed to do? Since I'm possessed.
You are possessed.
I have no control over what I'm doing.
That's right. So the next thing you know is you are pulling her out of the casket.
Oh, Aaron.
And then cut to you walking out of the graveyard carrying her to your car.
No.
Yes.
Why would a wraith want me to do that?
You'll find out once you get to Vegas. But in the meantime, you've got a corpse on your hands.
Well, at least she's embalmed. Well,
And,
okay.
and to be fair, lest I be accused of too much agency robbing, this wasn't going to happen unless you went back to LA. I had a note.
Damn.
That if you went back to LA, this would happen. So, you brought it on yourself.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, circumstances made me make decisions.
Circumstances made me make decisions. That's an amazing defense. I was only following orders. All right.
So I do have some type of a tarp in the car.
Sure.
You know, I was a former Boy Scout, so I'm like ready for anything.
Be prepared.
So I wrap her in this tarp.
Okay.
Very carefully and
Okay.
lovingly.
Yes.
And
Make a nice little corpse burrito out of the tarp.
smoothing her hair.
All right.
And I mean, it's not her. There has to be something in the back of my mind that knows, like, this isn't Dawn.
Right. It does. It even feels that way.
Yeah, it's not her.
Yeah.
And so, but I wrap it up very carefully. Like, it's something that Dawn had before. It's something she owned. And I want to be careful with it.
Sure.
So I wrap her up and I put her in the trunk.
All right.
And close the trunk.
Okay.
And just zoom out of there.
Yep.
I'm on my way to Vegas.
Yep.
Fuck me.
Yes, indeed. So
That is disgusting. That is really bad.
I mean, needless to say, I'm glad you went back to LA.
I'm glad you're glad. I'm glad your happiness is being
my
fulfilled.
goodness.
Whereas I'm
My
feeling
goodness
worse and
gracious.
worse.
Yep. All right, so off you go. You're hitting the open road, and
The corpse in the trunk. So I'm heading to Vegas.
all right. So what's the interstate?
That was Route 66.
No way. It is
You are heading out to the 40, 15 to the 40. Yeah.
I don't know. Where was I thinking of? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Or no, I'm sorry, not the 40. You're going the 15 all the way.
Yeah.
I-15.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so off you go.
So am I feeling okay with what I just did? Grave robbing and like feeling like I'm happy with me.
Well,
I feel happy that this has happened.
no. Let me ask you this. Has Aaron ever had a situation in his life where he did something and it happened and it was more like kind of surreal than like, you know, it's like, wow, that just happened. You know, like this is something that just happened.
Yeah.
And it's almost kind of neutral.
Yeah.
You know? So like you feel this emptying out as you know, get onto the
like I'm not possessed anymore.
Exactly. So as you're
But I'm just me now. It's like I was watching myself from a really far distance doing this.
Exactly. So you're on the 10.
So I was dissociating in a lot of ways.
It's totally. So you're on the 10.
Right.
Kind of out around Pomona when you start feeling this way.
Myself.
Yeah.
More of myself
more
and like,
yourself. Yeah.
Did that really happen?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah. Exactly.
Like I was there. Yeah, it did happen.
But it's almost dreamlike.
It is.
You know?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. He has.
Mm-hmm. So you're reminded of that feeling.
Okay. So I'm. All right. I'm just gonna keep driving.
Mm-hmm. All right.
To get to the 15.
Yeah, you take the 15 interchange and off you go. You know, it says Las Vegas, X number of miles.
Well, it's about 6 hours out of LA.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm probably gonna pull. Well, depending on if there's any stops or anything, but I expect to pull into the city. You know, probably around 2 a.m. or 3 a.m.
Yeah. Let's go to the map. All right, so let's see. You are driving to Las Vegas, Nevada.
I don't even know who to talk to there, though.
Well, if you recall from last session, you were given a name.
Oh, I was given a name of the Rothsteins and Shlomo, but I don't know where he's at. Like, I don't know where.
Sure. Oh, I get you. Yeah.
Like, where are they located? You know?
Right. Well, you gotta check the yellow pages, I guess.
Yeah, I will.
So yeah, it's 3 hours 52 minutes from Pomona.
Oh, 3 hours and 52, like 4 hours?
4 hours. Yeah, so Las Vegas, 243 miles.
Oh, not bad. Okay.
But of course, by the time you get to Pomona, it's probably about 9 o'clock. So yeah, that will get you in about 1 a.m. like you thought.
Okay. I think I said between 2 and 3. You're very generous. So around 1. I thought 1. Maybe you heard my thoughts.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right, so
is it an uneventful drive? Coyote is with me.
Yes, and Coyote is quite interested in the smell.
I'm sure
emanating from the.
No, I'm going to disagree with you on that because she's been embalmed.
As I was saying that, I realized it wasn't right.
No,
she's been embalmed.
Yeah.
So in fact, Coyote is maybe a little grossed out,
agitated, retching in the back seat, maybe.
No, but like his ears are kind of like down at the sides, you know. And
this isn't right.
He has this vaguely worried expression on his face.
Should be.
You know.
Should be worried.
He's he's licking his lips a lot more. Than usual.
Coyote.
Yeah.
So I'm ignoring that.
All right. All right. So you are driving on the 15. It's a Sunday night, early in the night, and sorry about the dogs barking. And and it's in March, so it's kind of the off season. So the traffic is moderate.
Yeah, it's not bad,
but not too bad. Yeah,
driving along.
Okay, so you get out of the main LA metroplex, and
well, I was out of there when I was in Pomona.
I mean that's debatable. I think Pomona.
Okay.
I think Pomona is still part of the. Oh my god! All right, snobby.
No, I'm just saying I disagree with your demarcations that you're thinking of.
I would demarcate as far east as San Bernardino.
No, because San Bernardino is the Inland Empire. That's its own. That's its own place.
I consider the Inland Empire part of the LA Metroplex.
I don't.
Anything that's included in the weather report, which they often do. So
All right, fine. All right, driving.
I'm trying to find that backing track that I was using last time.
Oh,
there it is. Highway. Well, that makes sense. All right, so yeah, but you get out of there. You drive up through Victorville in the Apple Valley area, and of course, as mentioned last time, the moon currently is pretty thin. It's a waning crescent actually, so it's moving
even thinner.
Yeah, it's at 1% of the moon's visible disk, so it's just a very slight little sliver in the air or in the night, and yeah, but under the starlight, you can make out, and with your Vampo vision, you can make out the desolate desert-like terrain that surrounds the interstate out here. So you drive on through Barstow, and then beyond Barstow, and of course it gets even more desolate at that point. Pleased to be making another alertness type roll. Perception plus alertness. And we'll say difficulty 5.
5.
Wow. Holy shit. All right. So you're driving along, and do you have the windows down? Yeah, it's it's a mild kind of night. It's like 60 degrees out, and it's helping actually with coyote, since it's keeping the smell of the embalming fluid from filling up the car, and your nose twinges a little bit. You're smelling blood again.
Blood.
And again in copious quantities.
What? Where is that coming from?
And then you can see in the beams of your headlights a car sort of roughly pulled off to the side of the road. Like it's on the margin, it's on the shoulder of the road, but at a weird angle.
Oh, I'm gonna stop.
All right, so you pull the car over. And?
I'm gonna get out of the car.
All right, so you're 50 yards past that car, since it took
I'm
you
gonna
that long to
walk
stop.
up.
All right, so asphalt crunching under your boots as you head towards this car, and you can see that it's, like a 5 or 6 year old Nissan. And as you're getting closer, you're starting to smell that blood again. And the lights are off, the engine's off, and it's just sitting there. The passenger side door is open. There's no dome light or anything.
So I'm looking with my vision, like night vision. I
All
can
right,
see.
you can flip on your feral eyes or whatever. All right, so with your feral eyes, you can see that there is a person in the car. They are slumped down in the driver's seat and leaning against the driver's side door. Their head's kind of like halfway at the halfway point of the back of the seat, so you can just barely see it above the dash.
All right.
And you can see that there's a lot of blood inside the car and on the windshield.
What happened? I'm thinking. So I get closer.
Okay. How do you want to approach the car?
On the driver's side.
Okay. So you walk up on the driver's side, and you can see this person inside the car. It's a man, middle-aged, pair of drugstore prescription glasses askew on his face, and he looks like he has been mauled, like by a wild animal. There's just huge rending wounds on his throat, his torso. There's defensive wounds on his arms, and they just look like bite marks.
And the passenger side, you said, was...
The passenger side doors is open. There's a fair amount of blood over there, but it seems to you like... Well, actually, why don't we make a perception plus investigation roll?
Like 2 in investigation.
Sweet.
6.
Yeah.
4.
Okay, so it seems to you like the blood
on the passenger side is from him.
Yeah.
Like arterial spray and just general, general.
Are there any puncture wounds?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's puncture wounds. There's torn open bits of flesh,
That
like,
doesn't
especially
seem-
around the throat. Like the arms have puncture wounds from
Bites.
bites. They look like, I mean, you know what a dog bite looks like. Maybe you even got bitten by a dog once when you were a kid. They look like dog bites. And in fact, with your, how many successes did you get?
4.
4, yeah. With your 4 successes, you even see that there are some bloody paw prints, like on the upholstery and then on the asphalt around the car. But there's something else.
What?
That you see.
What?
Now, you didn't see it at first because there's a lot of blood that's sprayed up onto the windshield from the inside. But you realize there's some blood on the outside of the windshield. And because of all the blood on the inside of the windshield, you didn't see it at first. But kind of looking at it sideways with the starlight glinting off of it, you can see that somebody wrote something in blood on the windshield.
What does it say?
It says, "Eater of bears, eater-of-bears did this." And it looks like it was done with fingertips.
Right. What is that? I think. So I'm looking around the road, like if there's anyone like seeing me. I look over into the field or the desert that this is up against, right?
Yeah, it's just.
Do I hear anything
desert
or see
stretching off
anything?
and
Nothing.
Make another perception plus alertness roll. And we'll say difficulty 5 on this one.
Four.
So as you look out into the desert, you don't see anything. But in between, passing of a semi-truck and the next sort of bunch of traffic, it's very still. And you hear far off in the distance what sounds like a wolf howl.
So I back away from the vehicle. I didn't touch anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to find if there's a call box nearby. There were call boxes all up and down those.
Yeah, it's an interstate. So
Yeah.
okay.
So I'm going to find the call box. I'm going to get in my car, pull up to the nearest call box.
Yeah.
I'm going to call 911. I'm going to look at the road markers. I'm used to doing that too. Like in the rural roads, we'd have different like mile markers, and I know how to call those things in. Like Mike would tell me about that. My brother, who's a a sheriff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call it in.
Okay.
And say there was someone who was attacked by an animal in their vehicle. They're pulled off to the side of the road. I think they're dead.
Okay, so they take all the information. And,
All right, so I head off.
Okay.
So I'm looking in my rear view as I'm pulling away.
Yeah.
And I'm logging that information away.
Yeah.
But then I feel like there's an instinctual part of me that is fearful and is worried and thinking it was probably a werewolf.
Yeah, I can't help but think back to your first encounter with Irena. And what she told you.
Yeah.
About the lupines and whatnot.
All right. So.
Taking notes.
Yeah. So I so I'm driving still, and I turn the radio on and try to shake off some of that. There's too many weird things happening. And
All right,
so
there's some Joe Frank on the radio.
good.
And you just kind of slip back into
Driving mode
as you listen to that. And so you drive on. And
Oh no.
just thinking about things.
Cool.
Oh.
What?
Let me think here.
What in the world are you doing right now?
Yeah. So
Yes.
So please make
Can I help you?
Please make a perception plus driving roll.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's a really shitty roll. I'm gonna do willpower
Oh, all right.
to get this.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, after that eerie encounter, you're staying on
I'm
alert.
on edge.
You're on edge.
Yep.
Yep.
Difficulty
6.
4 successes.
Okay. So
I'm making all my rolls now.
I know. On fire. All right. So
Only I could have spared Mirko.
oh yes. Well. So you've been making your way along the interstate for it's been another half hour or so, when you see some lights in your rear view mirror that catch your eye because they're not paired headlights, they're single lights.
Motorcycles.
Mm-hmm. And there seem to be several of them.
Okay.
And so, they're coming up a little faster than you.
Fine.
You're okay with that?
I'm fine.
You're gonna let them pass you?
I'm not. Yeah.
Okay. And so they move out into the passing lane.
Mm-hmm.
And they're coming up alongside your car. And the lead motorcycle kind of comes up directly parallel to you.
Mm-hmm. I have my sunglasses on, by the way.
Wearing those sunglasses at night.
Uh-huh.
And as they pull up alongside of you, they obviously come off the gas a little bit, so that they're riding right alongside you.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can see the rider there, and he's a guy in his early 20s, maybe, wearing a denim and leather motorcycle jacket, no helmet.
Mm-hmm.
His hair is oily black, shoulder length, whipping behind him, and he has a very kind of aquiline, pointed nose, and beady little eyes, and he's looking at you.
Is he kindred?
You can make a perception plus awareness roll. Do you still have your window down, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why did I use a willpower on that? 2.
All right. You sense he's not kindred, but you sense that there's something else there that's a little off. He's not immortal, or he's not like a, just your regular old.
Yeah, regular old human.
Kind. Yeah.
Oh, kind. Yeah. So I'm just driving.
All right. So he's looking at you.
I'm trying to just I just kind of look over nonchalantly and keep then bring my focus back on the road.
All right. So he's got his hands up on his little what do they call those? Well, anyway, the big handlebars where your hands kind of dangle. And he's shouting something at you. Which is a little hard to hear over the roar of the motorcycle and the wind and everything. But you catch it on the second or third time. He's just shouting, "Pull over!"
Hell no.
Thanks, it's a turtleneck.
Thanks, it's a turtleneck. It's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
All right.
So yeah, he's yelling at you to pull over. And so you see there's 5 other motorcycles behind him.
Shit.
I will say...
So I just look, I'm shaking my head. Yeah.
Up ahead, you see something coming up out of the darkness off to the right-hand side of the interstate. It's an obelisk almost.
Okay.
And it's all lit up, neon and lights and stuff. And there's a sign that says "World's Biggest Thermometer." But even more to the point, you note that there's a turnoff for a state route.
I'm gonna take it.
All right. So if you take the turn off, you could lose them if you do it expertly enough.
I'm hoping.
Okay. So Dex plus drive will be
willpower again.
okay. And
that'll give them a Dex plus drive as well, and you just want to make more successes than they did.
I only have 3, or, yeah.
Well, yeah. Oops.
That's 3 total.
Wow, okay. Okay, I got 0. Cursed ones. All right, so all right, so you're just, you play it totally casual, and then like at the last possible instant, you take the off ramp for the transition to rural route 127 or state route 127.
Okay.
All right, so with a squeal of tires, you head down and then fall, get down to the bottom of the interstate, whip a quick left, and then you're off through the underpass, up the state route.
All right.
And in your rearview mirror, you can see the motorcycles are still up on the interstate.
Okay.
But you can see that they're slowing down and kind of turning around.
Trying to.
Yeah.
Shit. So I start barreling down the state route.
All right. So how many successes did you get again?
3.
3. Okay. So let me look up the pursuit rules here.
Pursuit rules?
Oh yes.
No.
You are being pursued.
By werewolves.
Perhaps. Pull over. All right, so yeah, I couldn't have you driving around in the wilderness all this time without having some run-ins,
Oh yeah. No, I'd be sad if there wasn't.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and the only reason I'm driving away is just because Aaron's like, hell no.
Oh hell yeah, I get it. Let's see here. Each success that the quarry accumulates beyond the pursuer's total acts as a +1 difficulty to any perception roll a pursuer must make to remain on the target's tail. Okay. Storyteller may call for the pursuer to make a perception roll any time. If the pursuer fails this roll, her target is considered to have slipped away.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right. So, again, 3 successes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're rolling a difficulty 9 then to track you. Yeah. Once they get onto the state route. Okay. Oh, I see a 1 in there, even though I rolled a 9. All right, so you drive on for, a while. And fortunately seem to have shaken them. Because you just, you keep waiting to see some little motorcycle headlights appearing in the rear view, and they never do.
All right.
So, what do you want to do? Do you want to keep going this way? Do you want to turn around and head back towards the interstate?
No, I'm going to stay on this route until I can pick it up, closer to town.
Okay, so in that case, at some point you can, let's just say a rest stop appears, if you want to pull over and check your map. Get your map out of your glove box.
Yeah.
So yes, checking your map, you see that you're going to hit a town called Shoshone. At which point you can take the what is that? The 178, which will then take you over into Nevada.
All right.
At which point you get on the 160. And that'll take you back to the 15 just south of Las Vegas, and then you just head up into Las Vegas.
All right, so I look at that.
You'll be kind of on the back roads, but you can still...
That's fine.
You can get there. Let's do a modified route to see how long that's going to take you. So, let's see here. Bear with me. Google Maps. What would we do without you?
I don't know.
I ask you. All right, so Baker. Yeah, do you remember the world's tallest thermometer?
No.
It's so silly. It's a functioning thermometer.
Really?
Oh yeah. All right, there we go. So 2 hours and 32 minutes, and you were on, what the hell?
What?
Oh, I forgot. There's that place called Zizix.
Zizix.
Yeah. When you're driving to Las Vegas, you'll see a sign that says Zizix Road, and it's ZZYZX.
Nice.
Yeah. Zizix, formerly Soda Springs, is an unincorporated community in San Bernardino County, California. Yep.
All right.
Zizix. Anyway, Yeah, so 2 hours and 32, and let me just do a back calculation to see how long you've been on the road. I know we're leaving off on a real exciting note here.
Oh. I thought I'd at least pull into Vegas.
Oh, hell no. I just want to get an idea of when you're going to get in. So you'd already been on the road for 2.5 hours.
Right.
So it is what? When did we say you were leaving? It was 9.
Mm-hmm.
So it was about 11:30.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So actually, you'll still be getting into Vegas around the same time, right?
Yeah. I hope.
Well, let's see, 11:30, 2.5. About an hour later, you'll be getting in about 2 a.m. So, whoa, you called it. So anyway, so we'll leave off with you wending your way up this rural back road,
Mm-hmm.
State Route 127, which sort of parallels Death Valley.
Mm.
You know, so yeah, we'll leave off with you, Aaron Evans, vampire, driving through Death Valley.
Mm-hmm.
How appropriate.
With a corpse in my trunk.
With a corpse in your trunk and a coyote by your side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I think Coyote was definitely growling at that biker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good job, Coyote.
So, yeah, we'll leave it off there.
Right.
And,
on the open road.
On the open road. All right.
Yeah, thanks.
Right, so we got some XP
I hope so.
to disseminate.
Christ.
That was action-packed.
That was very action-packed.
So, yeah, let's do
have you
this
learned?
thing. So you get a point for completing the chapter.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, so what have you learned in the course of the night's events?
I learned that Camarilla cannot be trusted ever. Never, ever. They just want to make examples of everybody. And they are not really interested in helping other people. Not that we're supposed to, but still.
Well, who knows what would have happened if Mirko hadn't come roaring in.
Yeah. Well, he wouldn't have died. Also, Karen is... I don't even know what she's doing, and it's freaking me out.
So you learned that Karen's up to some strange shenanigans.
She is, and that, I mean, I have my limits in terms of what I'm willing for her to, like, get away with. I'm putting my foot down, which is weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. That was very interesting. I liked that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, just werewolves on the open road.
The werewolves, man.
Yeah, that's it, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would actually add, you learned that your ghost girlfriend can possess your ass.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I'm trying to avoid thinking about that. But yeah, that I am susceptible to possession.
Yep.
And it makes me do things that I wouldn't normally do.
Yep.
And I wouldn't normally dig up a corpse.
No, you wouldn't normally do that.
And no. And so... so that's weird.
Yeah. All right.
That's uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable.
God only knows what else she's going to make me do.
Oh, God. All right. So that's another point.
Oh, thanks.
You definitely get a point for role-playing.
Aw.
Heroism.
I was jumping in and out of that house.
Yeah.
I went right for Cock Robin, who was, like, going to attack me. Like,
Well, that's the thing, is you did run back at Cock Robin. And you only ran away when Calvin explicitly told you to.
that's right.
So I will give you a point for heroism.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. So there we go.
All right.
Chapter 2 in the bag. How you feeling?
I'm feeling nervous.
Are you?
Yeah. It's good, though. I wasn't anticipating digging up Dawn.
I know.
That's really, really weird.
Well, maybe you'll get some answers in Vegas.
I hope so.
As
I mean,
to
she's
why that
obviously
happened.
telling me to do it for some reason.
Yeah.
So,
What a twist.
that really surprised me. But I bet you weren't anticipating me going back to LA.
Yeah, no, it was, again, it was wholly contingent on whether you went back to LA because I didn't want to force that situation happening just that, like, no matter what.
You're compelled to.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly,
no.
exactly.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, no, once you were back within a certain radius of her body, her ghost was gonna make you do things.
Oh no.
So I also felt that it was maybe, I mean, like, I know you're already committed to laying her spirit to rest, but I wanted to raise the stakes a little bit
just in terms of like, there's actual like serious downside to having a wraith using you as a focus.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it's not good.
Yeah.
I don't view this as a good thing.
It's not just like a principled thing you're doing. It's
No.
no, I need to get rid of that.
I need to get
for
rid
my
of her
own-
for my own sanity,
exactly.
and so it's not as altruistic as I'm making it sound. But I don't think I appreciate the enormity of what
Yeah.
she can do.
Yeah.
And so that happening and being like dissociating from it, I think is the beginning of understanding like this needs to happen right away. I need to get rid of her. It's bad enough that Karen's batty.
Yeah.
But now I have Dawn who's
Oh,
like
man.
compelling me to do things.
Yeah, you got all kinds of girlfriend problems.
Yeah,
So.
I do. And who knows when Lorraine's going to pop up out of the woodwork.
Oh, I doubt that will ever happen.
Shut up. Shut your
Shut your
shush,
mouth.
shush, shush.
Shush, 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 shush.
Yeah, no.
All right.
That's not good.
No.
But yeah, thank you again.
Of course.
As
Always a pleasure.
usual.